Hello, everyone. It is main character of the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World inspired game that you are listening to. I just wanted to have a quick aside where I inform everybody that you may have heard something wrong on the previous episode, which, if you think about it, that is your fault, where I made reference, or you think I made reference to playing World of Warcraft, which actually I meant I sold gold and deeds on Ultima Online. So if you think I said World of Warcraft, which comes out in 2004, you were wrong. So I just wanted to clear that up and say that's actually what happened. So if it made the episode unlistenable, it's your fault. Bye.
You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
As we last left off, everyone was in the Irvin Cobb Hotel, where Liz had done big magic to summon her sisters, her aunts, the Magus sisters, to help find her missing or kidnapped mother. Where you all had just come from KC's, where you'd found Jill has a big case of the glow. Mm-hmm. You'd heard you were able to hear a male voice somewhere in her head once the glow was strong enough. And then everyone had come to Irvin Cobb, summoned the sisters, and then earlier in the evening, Kenny had called his father to want to come over to his house to talk to him. And I think and also something to do with Lem, bringing Lem or everyone to go meet your father.
Yeah, Lem was going to come stay with me, and then we were going to meet. My dad was going to swing by the next morning.
So these three women just appeared in the circle.
Yes.
And we're just kind of standing there all like,
they all rush over and hug Liz. And that's where we'll pick off that exact moment.
The fuck was that?
Big magic.
Who are they?
Mm-hmm. See, they all, because one is about 6'8", rail thin. The other is about as round as she is tall, probably about 5'8", 5'9", and the other is very tiny, probably about 4'11". So yeah, you say that, and they all turn and look at you.
The rest of the Globetrotters will be here momentarily.
Are we reshooting Space Jam? Is this our version of the Monster Crew? I don't understand, but I'm happy to see who you guys. Help me out here. I don't.
I tried to. I did the Harlem Globetrotters thing, and
They're my aunts.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Hello, ants. Hi, I'm Lem.
See, they all the short one steps up first. Hello, we are, and she looks at you for a second.
Who are you looking at? I can't tell. Looks like you might be looking at Liz, but also maybe
it's
me.
It's an audio medium.
What do you mean?
They turn. And
I just look around. What do you mean an audio medium?
She looks at Liz quizzically.
I'm supposed to know what she's trying.
Make it insight.
I know you're her aunt. She said that.
She's testing whether or not you know which one is which.
This is my aunt, Roseanne Barr.
Shorty McStuffins. This is my other aunt, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
11.
She doesn't know what to call you.
Oh,
You see, she opens her mouth and then stops herself.
I'll shake my head.
You guys haven't seen each other in a while, I take it.
Sure you're related to them? Because
It has been many years.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Liz is over here.
Sorry, guys. These are my aunts, Esmeralda, Nadia, and Audrina, and I will gesture broadly to the three of them.
Yeah,
Do you know which one is which?
Nadia is the tall one, Esmeralda is the round one, and Audrina is the short one.
I won't remember that. But Nadia's the tall one. I will remember that. Because I had a hedgehog named Nadia once.
Yeah, you did.
I say to her.
Because Audrina sort of steps in and looks around. These are all friends of yours?
Yes, these are all my friends, and that's a ghost. Because Irvin Cobb is there as well, right?
Friendly ghost.
Yeah, he puffs at a cigar and winks.
And a very talented ghost, I would add. If you have a moment, which I'm sure you don't, I would suggest talking to him for a little bit.
I will then introduce them.
Okay,
Benji,
they're all very friendly. They shake hands
Hi.
and go around.
do they? I mean, other than being oddly shaped, are they dressed like normal human beings?
They
Or
are they are dressed.
I mean, he's wearing a fucking Guitar suit.
It's true. Yeah, what's your gauge? I've set the bar kind of weird.
They are dressed more like gypsies.
Okay, so
You see, Nadia, her clothes are a little more robe-like, and you see she has a leather backpack on that's full of books. Esmeralda, again, just like a gypsy, but you see
It's the early 2000s. We can say it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. She has flowers and plants all woven in her hair, rings on that look like flowers, a lot of like floral and plant motifs on her clothes. And then,
she's a hippie.
yeah, she looks more like a
She looks like she has a cool son. If any of them do, it's her. Do any of them have sons?
I honestly don't know.
Do any of them have daughters?
I don't know.
They do have children, but they're all grown. You know your aunts are a lot older than your mother.
Sorry.
so
All
we're like
adult
her great aunts, maybe.
I mean, let's say I'll compare it to my own mother. So my mother's 3 siblings are between 15 and 20 years older than her.
Oh, okay.
So like your mother was the surprise baby that she didn't think she could have anymore. So they're a lot older. And now they're probably like 60 and 70. They're definitely older people.
Do they look it?
No.
All right.
I would say definitely, especially not Esmeralda.
Okay.
This is not information that we technically know.
So as far
but-
as we know,
yeah, these are just some happening young ladies.
yeah, some fine young women just appeared
And
who have odd shapes.
Audrina has a lot of. She like has a belt of gold coins, and then like big, large hoop earrings with gems. She has a lot of jewelry and coin all over her.
Well, it's nice to meet you all.
Well, it's good. I wish we were meeting under different circumstances, but
Oh right, things are bad.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. It's like a whole bunch of time went past. It's weird. I zoned out there for a month.
that's the ghost stuff. It happens.
All right.
Irvin Frog, you really should have warned us about that.
The ribbit.
I've been licking this frog too much, you guys.
he goes into hypnotoad mode, and you all just zoned out for 4 weeks.
This is good. This whole game is going to end with it was all a fever dream from Toadly. None of this happened. We met Link. He gave us a frog. Everything.
We all wake up in a Wendy's kitchen.
Get back in the window. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. So your mom's in trouble, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So okay.
Shit, we should probably.
So someone took her, kidnapped her.
Yes.
So I assume this is your mother is a woman that is not short on talent or resources. So is this person I assume to be a very powerful individual? You said unearthly powers.
Yes. Yes. Powerful. Unearthly. unearthly powerful.
Unearthly, yes, of course.
Yes, I completely understand.
the two Lees makes it twice as worse. Twice worse.
Takes
how
a
it
whole new
works.
level.
Why? Do you know anything about the motive?
Money.
Just money?
Well,
They think you have an incredible amount of wealth, so they would take her? Do you have an incredible amount of wealth? I would like to know that.
I made a deal and I broke my deal. And
This lines up, yes.
That is just enough information.
You are your mother's daughter, yes. Go on.
so, yeah. I broke the deal and they took Mom.
All right, well, tell me, well, where did this happen?
I don't know where they took her from. This man was posing as her. He looked like her
Oh, a skinwalker.
in our house.
We need to go.
So he was able to cross, one, so he can change his skin. Two, he was able to cross the threshold of your home.
Yes.
Three, yes.
I just assumed there was a 3 coming.
Oh, no.
These things usually happen in 3.
They do normally come in threes. Are you
yes.
three
You
women?
Americans so greedy. I was fine with 2.
Three of you, three. I mean, come on. It just seems sloppy, ladies.
Fine.
He was also able to create a area that dispelled my vegan powers while he was in the house. And
You see, she
You didn't mention that.
she goes, well, she says, well, shit in Romani, which only you understand. Everyone else hears a fun series of syllables.
Oh, that was fun.
I like those syllables.
Yeah.
She looks at her sisters and, have either of you heard of this thing? And both of them shake their head no. Oh, that is something new. I have not heard of that. That is very concerning.
What, vegan?
Being able to dispel a vegan's abilities.
Oh, okay. And I thought for a second you guys didn't know what vegan was.
Oh, no, we are well aware.
Are you vegan?
No.
That sounds like something a vegan would say.
Narrow my eyes.
The path of the vegan has
Eat this
always
beef
been
jerky.
Prove it.
down. You must endure the trial of the Slim Jim.
Administered by the Honorable Randy Savage.
His
Or Randy
holiness.
Holland, that's fine.
Or
Hey,
Randy Holland.
yeah, eat this.
One more Randy.
Stick it in your mouth.
Don't you spit that out.
Well, one, I know your mother well enough that she would at least make an attempt to magically fortify the home. So it being able, a creature like this being able to cross the threshold is concerning to me. Is there anything in the home you need? Because I would suggest you do not go back there.
no, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we should ward wherever you're going to stay. Because a creature like this having access to your home is most concerning.
Wait a minute. You said that you had made a deal with this guy that you Welshed on, essentially?
Yes.
Had you met him before?
Welsh, that's racist.
That is true.
You're Romanian. What do you give a shit?
They have long, funny words, and we should
Yeah.
not point that out.
And the best longbows.
But, so you made a deal with this guy.
Yes.
Had he ever been to your house before?
When we made the deal.
So you had invited him into your house at some point?
I didn't invite him in, but my mom invited him.
Is he a vampire?
Does that make a difference to your evaluation here?
Whoever would be in charge of the home. So yes. Vampirism. Were your dealings always at night?
No.
Daywalker?
I mean, a skinwalker. This is a thing.
I'm just basing everything
This
on
is known.
movies that I've seen, so.
And-
Movies have more to lie in fact than you would suspect.
Anyway, what about X-Files?
There are the black ink aliens. That's about it.
Okay. The bees? What about the bees?
Tyler's never seen an episode of the X-Files. I'm strictly going on an episode of issue of Foxtrot that I read where they talked about it.
Let's see how long that'll take us.
Well, but you don't know where your mom was taken from.
Correct.
She could have been taken from the home.
Yes.
Did she have any reason to know that you had gone back on the deal?
Well, probably when she was being like abducted. She
My
probably
point is, she might have just invited him to walk right in. She might have been like, "Oh, you're the guy we made a deal with. Come on in. Let me make you some stew." Or
let's make another.
If it
deal.
is a creature that is warded away from a threshold, all it takes is one invite.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was.
Generally,
Do we need to investigate? Do we need to investigate the premises?
we will do that.
Oh.
I guess my point is, it's not necessarily that it's so powerful it can get through these wards. It's just that the wards may be completely useless because an invitation was made at some point.
So
I have his phone number. Will that help?
Again, this is mostly coming from vampire.
you
movies.
have the phone number of the kidnapper?
Yeah. Would you like to talk to him? I'll call him right now.
Oh yeah, he works for his family.
Contracted. He's not on the payroll.
They all look very confused.
He's an independent contractor that my father employs from time to time.
I see.
I call him Stinky David.
Stinky David?
Yeah.
Very well. Let me call this.
So Smelly David. Smelly David.
I would please call this Stinky David and put him on speakerphone.
All right. I'll call him and then put him on speakerphone. As it's ringing.
All right, then he picks up. Young Mr. Lem, what can I do for you?
I'll just hand the phone to her.
Who is this? Well, this is fun for me.
Hey, Irvin Cobb, what do you think about this? Could you join this conversation and help?
Can I call Link on the phone? Can we get Link in?
Is Scott around? Is Scott here? Can we bring him in on this? He might want to weigh in.
What about, let's invite all your brothers and sisters over who don't have defined voices yet.
Irvin Frog, what was your favorite sandwich from Quiznos again?
Meatball sub.
All right, can he do Irvin Frog? No.
I can do Scott, no problem.
Scott's pretty easy. Who is this and why do you have my sister? Excuse me? This is Audrina of the Magus Sisters. We are here to retrieve my sister. Why do you have her? What is your price? What is your meaning? What is it that you want? There's a long pause. All right, Miss Audrina. Well, I had your sister, and I had planned to ransom her back to Liz. And when he says Liz, that's when everybody, the three sisters, that option is no longer on the table. There is another party who is quite insistent, and they are coming to pick her up. So I will no longer be selling her back to you, as I am not about to get involved with this party. And you see the sisters. So someone else is paying this ransom, and you will not give her back to us. Yes, ma'am, that is correct. If you wish to be present at the exchange, that was not strictly stipulated in the contract.
Saddle up. Lock and load.
Well, very, very well. Where are you going to be? Where will this exchange be, and we will be there?
Jackson Street Domino's.
Southside Wal-Mart.
I believe there will be, in about a week's time, a fair in the Kentucky Oaks Mall parking lot. That is where this individual and his troop will be bringing their fare, and the exchange is to go down. You see, and the sisters kind of pause for a second. Give me this name. Give me this name of this person. I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't do that. That is a stipulation of the contract. I've said enough telling you where the exchange will be happening. Is this man...
Bigger than a bread box.
Is he not from this country? And so there's a long pause. He is not American, no. And you see the sisters all kind of look at each other. Very well. 1 week's time we will be at this fair for your exchange. What time will this be? midnight on the second night of the fair. Very well. She hangs up. Hands you back your phone.
All right, thanks. We're on Central Time, by the way. Not all of Kentucky
it's
is,
like
so I figured it was important to tell you that.
Oh, yeah, so like Chicago? This is the same as Chicago?
Yeah, and Mexico City. Yeah,
Okay, good. This makes sense this time. So.
yeah. I didn't. Where are you from?
It is chronomancy.
Where are you from? Like another dimension?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
I mean, Europe, so sort of.
Oh, okay. All right. European Vacation. You ever seen that one?
Oh, that is with the Chevy Chase.
Yep, with the Chevy Chase.
Very funny. Very funny.
Yeah. Hold my camera, right?
Flash. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, we have some research to do. I am concerned. It would make sense if this man that is making this deal, and he has a troop, he is a man who has been after your mother, possibly you, for a very long time.
You know who this might be?
I do.
Is it within the contract for you to tell us who that might be, or?
Oh, I can tell you who I think it is.
Yeah.
Please do.
What I am most worried about, the family that your mother and us were once a part of. We have since left this caravan. We no longer travel or associate with this family. But your mother was to marry the head of the family. He is simply known as the Black Wolf.
Is he a man?
I don't think so.
That wasn't a gender question. Was he a human?
I don't think how does he identify as a question that got us a lot in 2000.
Have I seen with my own eyes that he is something other than a man? No. Do I suspect he is not? Strongly.
Okay.
I hate to sound crass, but your mother, from what I can gather from our interactions with you and how you've talked about her, is that money is kind of important to her.
Yes.
The guy is apparently ponying up so much money that Mr. London's not even willing to wait for a counteroffer. So this guy's probably got a lot of money, so are we sure that she's not down with this?
Why my sister, I would imagine, wanted so much money was to pay off the right people to not be telling the Black Wolf where she is.
Oh. Well, that changes things.
She did not want our help, as we could be dragged into it as well. Your mother was supposed to marry this man. She did not. She met your father in another family and ran off and had you. There was a fortune teller of a family we had never heard of, who your mother said that she saw, and the woman told her that her child was destined to be something. When this prophecy got back to the Black Wolf, it was his intention to be the father of said child. Well, your mother did not want to marry him, ran off, met your father, had you. So whatever this fortune teller said about you concerned the Black Wolf.
I have the fortune teller in my contacts. You want to give her a call real quick?
No, this would be great. You're a well-connected boy.
I mean, we can just ask her.
What did you tell her? What did you tell her?
That should be how like divination works in this game. Or it's like augur, where it's just like, oh yeah, they just showed up in your contacts.
You just dial a random number and hit
Hey,
call.
Bo Cobb. Yeah, I got a question.
The calling card of divination, where you just dial in.
I love it.
So he was very angry, one, for his proposal being denied. He would not be denied. And two, he wanted to see this prophecy out. So your mother has been on the run with you for both her safety and your safety for a long time. I would imagine word got out, or whatever sources she was paying, word got back very quickly, and he reached out to this Mr. London. If it is the Black Wolf, I don't know who else it would be, but if it is, that is extremely concerning to say the least.
So is this Black Wolf guy like connected to the deal, or is that separate? Or it just seems weird to me that Mr. London would be involved in both transactions. You know?
This I do not know. I would imagine the Black Wolf uses a wealth of underground connections to be constantly searching for you and your mother.
He's not a realtor by any chance, is he? The Black Wolf?
He is evil, but I don't know if he's that evil.
Okay. Thank you for spitting on the ground. Yeah. Okay, good. Just wanted to check. I thought maybe that was the connection.
Napoli, no.
I thought maybe they were in the same realtor organization or something as my father.
He's not a recording artist by any chance, is he?
Oh, that's a great question.
Is he in a band?
Producer?
Yeah.
He is a swindler and a con man. A dealer in the dark arts, but not the dark realtor arts.
Okay, right.
So you're saying there's a hope.
In fact, it's more the opposite. Make sure to not own any property and travel.
So he and this troop, we should consider them dangerous.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're not a goof troop?
No.
Okay.
No. I like this.
I was a little excited for a minute.
Goof troop. I like this.
It was a very popular
They're more
show.
like an F troop.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Fuck you up troop.
I never knew that's what that stood for. It's weird.
Yeah, Wikipedia, bro. Check it out.
My sisters and I have spent our lives dedicated to magic and learning and growing in all the different respects of magic itself. We are dwarfed by this man.
The three you combine?
Yes.
Well, that's gonna be a problem. Here we go meet him, right?
I've heard the children talk about a video game.
All right, now we're talking my language.
I've heard this video game.
Altered
this
Beast?
video game character. Its story is drawn from the story of the Black Wolf. We are mostly women. We are a traveling family. He was one of the first men born into the family and acquired an incredible amount of power. He's very tall, imposing, and hear that he has... It's always rumored he has a bestial other form.
Oh, Waluigi.
Yes. How did they say? Wahaha. Yes.
Clearly, right?
I know. Do you know the video game she's referencing?
I personally don't. Lem might. I don't know. Can you make a video game check?
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
I think that's probably a 10. Hey, it's 11.
It sounds like a game you own. I would imagine Lem owns it. It came out a few years ago that really drilled into this whole man being born to a tribe of women acquiring certain powers. Sounds like Ocarina of Time.
Ah. Okay.
See, I never played that.
Yeah. I get it. We should let Link know.
That sounds familiar.
That sounds like something that Link would really like to know.
Well,
I think he could settle this, honestly.
we have a lot. If it is him coming, once he gets within 500 miles of this position, we will know. We will know if it is him. My sisters and I have spent a lot of time setting up our own personal wards to know if he gets within that close to us. So if it's him, we will know, and we will have to take very intense precautions.
Like when Vader feels that Obi-Wan is on the Death Star, like that kind of deal.
It's a presence I haven't felt in.
What's Irv? Is he just back there puffing on a cigar?
Oh yeah, he's sitting on his on the piano bench. He's no longer wearing his hat or his jacket. He looks like he's just soaking it up, puffing away on a cigar.
So I don't quite understand the relationship here with the two of you.
I'm his rent boy.
Cool. But do you think, I mean, this sounds really dangerous. Would you allow us to possibly like kind of use this as a muster point? If we all get separated, like this is where we can come back to and you know, get here and kind of just keep. And if we need to, because this guy's is, I would imagine with your power, you can, you know, ward this place to certain things, not to mention the sisters here, if you should let them do that as well. This would make a good fortification point if we had to get the hell somewhere safe, because this guy's as bad as they say he is. He's, you know, we're going to need someplace like this that has some power to it.
There's something you would want, Lem?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Miss Liz, you're welcome to stay here on my floor.
Thank you.
So again, for people to find this floor, it's pretty difficult. So not the regular people who may come and go from here don't normally have access here.
That's helpful.
So please, Mrs., the sisters, Mrs., please feel free to add any of your own wards to my own.
And you see they all do like a deep bow of respect to him. And then, you know, Audrina,
Just based on just, I don't know if it would be like an intelligence check, are they basically working on the same plane of like power level? Are they basically like peers as far as what they do?
well, you see Audrina looks like she kind of walks closer to Irvin Cobb, and she has something in her hand.
Please don't be a brick. Please don't be a brick.
It's a spectral brick.
Oh no! I made a horrible mistake.
Everybody can make a perception check.
19.
8.
What, 19? Anybody close to that? You see, because it's almost like she's unconsciously pulled this out of her pocket. She has this, looks like it's the symbol of, it's a coin. It's the Greek god of luck. I can't remember the name at the moment. She has his symbol in her hand, and she sort of walks up to him like she's inspecting Irvin Cobb, and he notices that, and so he kind of stiffens a little bit and looks at her.
Ma'am, I believe I know what might be going through your mind, and I can quite assure you and your sisters and probably anyone else in this United States, if you tried to turn or control me, you wouldn't find a job big enough to chew what you'd just bitten off.
And you see she stops and then kind of realizes what she was doing and tucks it back in her pocket and blushes and does a deep bow to Irvin Cobb, and he seems satisfied, and she backs back off.
Well, that
was something.
Well, now that that's over with, so we've got a week before that's going to happen.
I will ask my 3 aunts if there's anything that we need to do to prepare in the week.
Level up a couple times.
we got like a battle of the bands thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can actually be here that night. But,
We'll try to make it.
I'm sure you guys, between you two and Irv here, you got this handled, right?
Well, it looks like
for real though. I mean,
she turns and looks
What
like
are you
she
gonna
pulls
do?
off one of her rings, and when she does that, all her other their sisters look like they nod along. They pull off rings, and then she reaches into her pocket and pulls out another one. These looks like they're black bands with a sapphire set into it, and they each give you one. If this starts to glow, come back here immediately. That would mean that the Black Wolf is within 500 miles of your current location.
I'm just
I
gonna-
don't know where you would be, but if this is where we are going to make a defensive point, come back here.
I'm just gonna cut like a quick glance to old Irvin Cobb there after witnessing that weirdness, and just be like,
He looks like he's Jimmy Fallon about to crack in the middle of an SNL bit.
all right, I'll put the ring on then.
He looks very amused by all of it.
Okay, all right, great.
You see, it looks like it sizes to fit to fit all of you. So, ring of Black Wolf detection. Up to 500 miles. Well, we will spend, I don't know, I believe, Liz, you should stay here.
That was weird.
Yeah, that sounded weird.
Liz.
Yeah, there was a lot of emphasis on that.
Yeah.
I do not know the situations of all of you. And she looks over at Irvin Cobb, who just like, oh, no, you're all welcome to stay. I can conjure up beds for all of you. But I imagine all of you may have places to go, but it's up to you. You can stay here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go home at some point. But I appreciate it, though. I may take you up on it sometime. This place is awesome.
I don't care where we stay.
Should have
We
seen
just
it
gotta-
back in the day.
We got to meet with Dad in the morning.
Let's stay here then. Let's stay here. It'd be great.
Fair enough.
This is awesome here. You're going to love it.
There's a dust-covered sheet over there.
Might be a beer behind it. Might be
Yeah.
a painting.
Yeah, you could look out a dirty pane window. It's great.
we could spend a whole day doing like a late 80s like compilation of us cleaning.
A montage.
Set back to montages of music.
Revenge of
You've
the
got
Nerd
to
style.
put one foot
Yeah.
in front of the other.
This is my sanctuary and the root of my power. But I'm only in my full power in two places. In this hotel and at the foot of the tree where my ashes are buried. Other than that, I can funnel power to you, but I won't be able to help you very much outside of those two places.
And where is the tree?
It is downtown close to the flood wall.
Oh,
You know where it is. Lynn.
not super far from.
No, not very far.
We can almost see it from here.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know Paducah.
Yeah, if it weren't like so bustling right now at 2 a.m, then we might be able to see it.
Okay, well, the Magus sisters, or Audrina approaches. Do you have... we need to get some supplies before we are making this with spells.
All right.
I hear that there is a place here in America where I could do this thing. This
Walmart?
late. Yes, that is
Yeah,
this
we got
place.
2 of them.
Two of them.
Got 2 of them.
Wow.
One of them's open 24 hours.
Yes, that's the one I want.
They might both be at this point in time. I can't remember.
Well, we will go to this place.
Okay. I don't have a car, so
I can take you.
Southside Walmart definitely was, because I remember leaving and going and buying donuts and Sam's Cola at like
okay.
2, 3 o'clock in the
That's the
morning.
closest one.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a real experience there.
Now you'll fit right in. Actually, nobody will really notice you.
Yeah.
Make sure you stop and have a bite to eat at the Country Castle where it's 5 o'clock all the time.
Yeah.
Irvin Cobb goes over, pulls off one of those sheets, and has like an old, looks like Lou Grant's desk from Mary Tyler Moore. And he has one of the big, heavy rotary phones that he picks it up and he dials, and you hear he calls a cab for the sisters, and hangs it up. And
Well, there they will take you there and back.
I kind of want to go to Walmart with the ants. I'm not gonna lie.
This is going to be a fun, just cultural experience.
Yeah. I bet they'll buy me at least 2 cases of Surge.
Yeah.
Well, I can cancel that if you guys want to go to Walmart.
Do you need to go to their house to investigate or anything?
we will do that when it is daylight. It sounds like a creature like this London I saw in the phone. I would be, even if he can go in the daylight, I would feel better in the daylight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you going to Walmart with them, or
I mean, I really, really want to, but I mean, cool.
it's your call?
Cool with whatever. I mean, I'm going. Yeah, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm definitely going.
Well, just cancel the cab and we can all go in my van.
All right, okay.
This would be fun, just falling out of a cargo van with a bunch of gypsies at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you file out. Irvin Cobb cancels the cab, and you guys walk out to the turtle van.
Yeah, I forgot we had a turtle
Come on,
van.
ants. Into the turtle van.
They all stop and look at it.
Episode 8: The gang goes to Walmart.
All of them look at it confused. None of them know what it is.
We'll pick you up in the pizza launcher next time. This is from a very, very popular show, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in Europe. That's probably how you know them.
Oh, okay, yes, because ninjas, that's too violent.
Right.
I don't.
Too violent.
No.
Yeah. They eat pizza, but not like European pizza. Like,
And the Pizza Hut pizza with
like
the
Pizza Hut pizza.
yes, the
Yeah.
yellow aliens that were on the Pizza Hut pizza.
That's
Yes.
That's right.
We all have special collector's edition of that.
Hold
It'll
on
be
to
worth
those.
money one day.
Hold on to those.
Okay, you drive. I guess the mall Walmart is
No.
the closest one.
No,
South
Southside.
side.
Closest to
Okay.
downtown.
It wouldn't be a huge wouldn't be a huge difference, but yeah. But I said I know for sure that one was open 24 hours.
See, as you're driving over there, they're looking out the windows like there is so much space.
Yeah.
All we have to do is pack a good lunch, and we can drive to the other side of the country in a day. So you pull up to Walmart. They all get out, and they're standing up. This is the Walmart.
This is it.
Capitalism, baby.
It's disgustingly large.
Oh, it's disgusting in more ways than that. I hope you're wearing shoes. You don't want to walk around in that motherfucker's shoes.
Yeah, because they walk in and draw a lot of glances, as well as they're also gawking right back at the people they see at Walmart on South Side at 2 a.m.
What month is it?
It's
Doesn't matter. There's
early summer.
There's an overweight woman in a bikini.
With 3 packs of cigarettes shoved into her head.
Says the guy in the orange bodysuit.
Hey, man, I'm not judging. I'm just saying there's an overweight woman in a bikini. Ain't it great?
Fit right in.
And shoes that do not fit.
This man in the sweatpants,
Crocs.
his whole ass is out. Does he not know?
No, that's just
Oh, he
Tyler.
knows.
Don't worry about it.
That man is wearing just a blanket.
Blanket only.
He's not even wearing shoes, just a blanket.
His friend looks so irritated.
You see, yeah, they're based on every TikTok I've ever seen from foreigners coming to Walmart. They are both surprised, impressed, and mildly disgusted.
Well, what all do you need?
It's a lot of hardware, a lot of plants, a lot of stuff from the home and garden section. Some cooking, like they need lots of salt.
Should we like divvy the list up?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, yeah, so all of you familiar enough with Walmart.
Not it on plants. At this time of day, it's going to be a nightmare. I'll get the salt, okay?
I will be happy to go see what's happening in the outdoor department. In fact, while I'm here, I'm going to buy a disposable camera so I can take pictures and document the whole fucking thing.
There's just a very skinny lady in a Tasmanian devil t-shirt, smoking a cigarette, standing in the middle of the garden department, just sort of bewildered. And that's it.
Do you work it? No.
Back the fuck off! I'm not walking up and talking to your ass.
Ma'am, it's a school night. Maybe your 6 children should go to bed.
You don't tell me.
You're right. You're right. I'm good at salt.
You don't know me.
With that,
They're all 30.
with that, I'm going to walk back out to the car. And I'll wait and see if some guy comes and offers to sell me a big purple dildo.
You see a guy.
You don't have to wait long.
A guy walk up and he's got like 4 CDRs. You like Rat Man?
You thought you were going to have to wait for the Kentucky Oaks Mall for this.
Yeah.
Special occasion.
It's been a while since I was offered to buy $15 burnt CDs from an aspiring rapper in the Walmart parking lot, but it's happened.
It happened to me in the Kentucky Oaks Mall parking lot. Multiple
I
times.
remember when I went to just take one, I was like, okay, sure, if you just give them away to get your word out, and I took one, he was like $15. Nope. That's dumb. So yeah, between all of you, it just like 20 minutes to gather up all the things. So they look around. So where do we exchange our currency?
I just pointed to the line. But I got you these. These weren't on the list, but these are 3D Doritos.
It's like they're coming out at
I
us.
know. I wanted you to try them.
All right.
It's like another dimension of flavor.
They get, you lead them to the single one line that's open that's extremely long. And then you're there for another 45 minutes waiting in line. And then whenever you get the line, all the stuff is scanned. She offers a gold coin to... Well, I guess in this game we have all gold coins, so that makes perfect sense here. So she pays with a gold coin. So
And we all go on to the
I forgot we're using gold coin currency, so she's able to pay.
Awkward
man.
moment.
Yes. And then anything else you put that you want them to try, they will also buy.
2 cases of Surge.
Yeah, 2 cases of Surge and 3D Doritos.
3D Doritos, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they
The
buy
finest
that.
Romanian foods from the frozen section.
Yeah, then
Ben
you
and
get,
Jerry's.
I buy an extra of those disposable cameras for them. Take pictures. You're guest here. You should really just make memories out of this before we all die a horrible death to the Wolf King or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, they immediately start taking pictures of Walmart and of you guys. That's a good. This is a good idea. Yeah, you get back in the turtle van and drive back to the Irvin Cobb. It's a sentence I didn't think I'd say.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good sentence. I'll start handing out Oreos from the bag.
Yeah, they're eating like this is what you Americans eat all the time.
Yeah, have some
Yeah.
milk with it. It'll make more sense.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
They tear into the 3D Doritos and the Surge as well. With those,
no.
they're very. Yeah,
They're like
very
they're
impressed.
like 3 Macs from Mac and Me.
Okay, I can see why you Americans are very, very large. This is great.
Yeah, we're very large. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, man. This.
Can I interest you in some Cheerios?
I should have gotten you some bagel bites. You could literally have pizza anytime.
What?
I know.
Anytime.
Anytime.
And we're not even Italian. This surge, I feel I am filled with energy.
Yeah.
I am surging with it. Is that why they call it this?
I think so.
Oh,
The custom is when you drink it, you yell "Surge."
surge! we are filled with surge.
Liz, I like your ants a lot.
We're gonna need more surge.
This will give us the magical energy to power our spells all night long.
Yeah, it's true. You guys want to go steak and shake?
Steak and a shake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. All right, let's go.
Steak and shake, packed, 2 waitresses, 1 cook.
All right, ants. Before we go in, there's one woman here who is always pregnant. She always is. She just always is.
Perpetually?
Yes, perpetually. She's perpetually pregnant. Sometimes I don't know if a baby comes out or not, or if it just stays in, but she's always pregnant. I was actually just telling you that so that maybe you could shine some light on this scenario, because I really don't understand it.
Well, there are some people in the family that are like that. That it is their
Really?
duty. It is their duty to grow the family. Perhaps she is a gypsy who is breaking her clan larger.
Perhaps she is.
But you guys get in and they're reading over the menu and her.
See, they're made like this in case you
cheese
spill stuff
fries.
on it. They just wipe right off.
Wow.
Go ahead, spill something on there.
They pour a little bit of surge.
It's a special sauce.
That's America, baby.
You don't have to think too hard on the menu. We'll just order one of everything they have.
Okay.
Here's 4 copper pieces.
While you guys are all talking, a tall guy, looks like he's balding, he's blonde, walks up to you guys. Did you see Mayfield play?
Oh no!
Oh,
It's Evan.
no.
I'm the #1 Mayfield Cardinal fan. You guys know that?
Wait, you what?
It's me.
Wait. What bizarro universe are we in?
If I were to take that fork and try to stab myself in the eye, would you stop me?
No, because you're not real.
No, come on.
No, do it. You bleed blue, man, not red.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Tillman? You're
Yes.
right. Damn it.
I knew who it was. Then you said Mayfield, and I was like, I don't know who this
He
is.
hates Mayfield. You're right. I had it wrong. Do you like the Mayfield Cardinals? I don't. I hate them.
I stabbed this pod person.
Since I was just a
He
test.
deflates and the real Evan appears. That's just a trap. Thank you. You freed me.
What was his nickname? Sunshine?
Sunshine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Sunshine.
He was always at Steak and Shake talking about.
And he was at every Tillman game
was.
talking mad shit to the other team.
Yes,
He's
he
like a
was.
30-year-old man walking
Yes.
around.
Yeah, Evan was around when I was around, like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that dude's been around a minute. Last I heard, he's still working at the Cracker Barrel.
Is he really?
He runs the lights at the Opry in Draftonville.
Oh, the Kentucky Opera.
Kentucky Opry, yep.
Is he still a big Tillman fan? I hope. Like that's a constant. Like if that changes, then
Nothing changes with him.
Yeah.
I
Like,
loved
he's-
back in the day, like when I was in college, that Facebook, they had the Stories About Sunshine Facebook group where it was just people posting all their stories about Evan and just all their encounters with them. John loved Evan.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, he talks to you for way too long
Yes.
till it's super awkward.
yeah. If I were to stab myself in the eye with a fork, like that is a verbatim quote.
Yes,
From
yes.
this person.
That he said to me. Yes.
Oh, he said it to me too.
And me as well.
Yeah, it's a thing with him.
This was a thing.
Until he keeps talking and saying weird things until Nadia, your tall aunt, looks like she starts whispering and moves her hands in a certain way, and then Evan just sort of looks at her and I gotta go.
I am the very model of a
runs
modern
off.
major general. Perfectly.
All it takes to get Evan to move on is the dark arts.
I didn't realize we had moved back into game. It's like, next thing you know, he's talking and he's just going on, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds right.
3 days later, our rings start to glow. Oh shit, we're not ready.
Evan is an agent for the Black Wolf.
It was a ruse all along.
Tillman sucks.
When the cook gets your order, he's super pissed. But eventually they start bringing out one of everything. And they don't even complain when your aunts drink their own syrup.
BYOS. At the Steak and Shake tonight.
They all really enjoy the lime freezes and the double chocolate chip shakes alive.
Cool.
Both items of that time. God, I miss the lime freeze. God, I miss the lime freeze. And double chocolate chip shakes alive because that is what my high school girlfriend had to get every time we were in Paducah.
It's a clever name.
It's memorable. Yeah, you eat and they're three eccentric but fun older ladies.
Liz, I like your aunts a lot. Even though one of them tried to mind control my friend. Yeah, I like him a lot.
I did mind control.
Yeah, that was really awkward. I gotta say, like, I feel like we're over it at
He
this
made
point.
me feel awkward.
Well,
I had to get out of that situation.
Yeah,
I didn't know what else to do.
I really like him too. It's a great lady.
yeah. You guys are great.
It scared the shit out of me at first, but they can party. It's all right. You want to put some potato vodka in that surge and see what happens?
It would go very good with alcohol. We cannot do that tonight. We must ward against all the evil that is coming. She says that she drinks a milkshake. She double fist surge in a milkshake and eating cheese fries.
Before you leave, we have to go to McDonald's and get you supersized fries. I have a feeling they're not going to be around forever.
Supersized fries.
Some dickhead with a Fu Manchu mustache is going to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, you guys eat, and they eventually they all start kind of telling telling stories about back at home and how it already seems clearly different around here. They sort of talk about how they all used to be in the same family as the Black Wolf. He had he was the dominant male. He had to agree to every marriage. He was extremely controlling, extremely sexist, oppressive. He controlled everything about the family.
Are you sure he's not a realtor?
We're nomads. We don't sell land.
I'm just saying.
He thinks
Not trying to-
realtors are heresy.
I'm not trying to profile here or anything, but sounds like someone I know.
Sounds like we might be able to pit two evils against each other here.
I like that.
Very pro-realty on one side, anti-realty on the other.
I like that. That's a great idea.
To the point that, the police would always accost families. They were hated most places they went, but that family never got messed with by the police or people trying to throw things at them and harass them. If you were in the Black Wolf family, you were generally just left alone. To the point they didn't always want to sell you things, but they were always one of the more protected families. But they also didn't know how to escape or go anywhere till eventually, once Liz's mother left, then that kind of gave the others the desire to leave and saw that it could happen. And slowly after that, the family started to break apart, and the Black Wolf couldn't keep a lot of them together. It took your aunts a lot longer to leave, though. But eventually, probably another good 15 years after your mom left before they did. But since then, they've been happy, but they always have to watch their back because he quite literally could kill them at any time for leaving. That's to anybody who left is marked for death, pretty much by him. So part of their wards are to make sure they can get away because they don't think they can kill him if they had to. All of them working together.
Your dad doesn't sound quite as bad in comparison.
Yeah,
Lem.
it's giving me some new perspective.
So, but eventually they try one of everything on the menu. They're all full and very caffeinated.
Perfect.
Pay and then leave. Go back to the Irvin Cobb, where I imagine you guys at this point are probably pretty exhausted.
Debatable. I mean, I'm probably all hyped up on ant juice. This has been awesome.
I've been up since 4:00 this morning. I'm living on coffee and cigarettes now. I'm gonna lay down over here in the corner.
All right. I will show Kenny to the least dusty bed.
Yeah, Irvin has definitely conjured 4 sort of rooms in the large floor that everybody can have their own, or 7, so the ants can stay there as well. So all of you can go, and you see, as soon as they get back, they take stock of everything that they have, discuss their plans, and they all leave to go outside. So leaving just the 4 of you, and then once Irvin Cobb sets you up, he disappears.
He does it sometimes. He's like Batman. He's still here, though.
Batman's like me.
That is true. That is true.
Should we hook up with Link to find out if he's making any progress on Banjo Dude?
I'm going to pretend like I know what you're talking about and say yes.
Bluegrass Man.
Bluegrass Man.
The one.
What time is it? He's up. I'll call him.
Oh, well, I thought we were the next morning. They were going out.
He's up. I'll call him.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, you call him. It rings a few times before. Yeah, hello?
Hey.
Hey.
I didn't wake you up, did I? Party animal.
I don't know, man. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't.
All right.
I was doing something, and now I'm talking to you. I don't know if it was asleep or something else.
All right. Hey, we were curious if we knew anything about Bluegrass Man.
No, I reached out, to try and find out where they're going to play, and they're actually going to come to town.
Oh, they're coming here?
Yeah. They're going to play in some fair that's going on.
Oh, shit.
Oh, at the Kentucky Oaks Mall?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where we're going to meet Gannon?
Get what? What did you say?
Yeah, you heard me. You heard me, Link.
Sober now, just perfectly sober.
Yeah, we heard. Yeah.
Somebody get some master claws.
Yeah, you better, because like stuff's real crazy right now, man. Like real crazy. Liz's aunt showed up, and like we went to Steak and Shake and
Walmart. Tell them about Walmart.
In Walmart was a trip. Man, we should have called you earlier.
Shit, man.
I regret not calling you earlier.
You
Sorry
took
about that.
3 women to Walmart and Steak and Shake, and I'm not with you.
I know.
That's a Paducah Friday night.
I know.
It's a high class date.
I know. Sorry. But yeah, apparently, yeah. Liz, are you there?
Yes.
I kind of like look at you and like, you okay me telling him all this stuff or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, like stuff's real crazy right now. Like real crazy. Like Liz's mom is like in trouble.
Well, I
and,
remember she didn't want to call the police.
Oh, right. That's right. I'm sorry. I've been looking up Toad for a month. Like, I can't remember.
I do feel like it does feel like a long time since we talked.
But it's only been, I don't know, like 6 hours.
Yeah.
A few hours.
And it feels like we've only known each other for what, 60 hours total?
It's so weird. But her aunts are in town, and yeah, they're like, I don't know. It's going to get crazy at that festival. Fair. Yeah, it's going to get nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to be ready for some shit then.
Need to have another signal worked out.
Because, if you're challenging another band, then I bet Ramon's going to be there.
Probably. He says to I got him on hit speaker. All right, now I don't have to. Ramon's going to be there, he thinks.
Yeah. Probably.
Makes sense.
Man, so like a lot of people are going to be at this.
Sounds like a lot of
janky-ass-
innocent people are going to die at that fair, just in the crossfire.
First of all, it's a fair in Paducah. There's not a whole lot of
Possible
innocents
anyway.
running around.
Sounds like tens of people are going to die. And 6 carnival workers.
7 of which are going to be that lady from the outdoor department.
Don't we know you from somewhere?
Are you following me?
Fuck you, shut up.
Throw the ring and win a big K. Shut the fuck up.
I want a hot dog.
Throw a dart at a balloon and win a weirdly framed photograph. This is of an 80s girl in a bikini. All the kids have been coming by and looking at it.
I want that.
That little... They were the carnies. They're an advanced team for the carnival. They're going to check it out.
I remember when all the carnies came to Tater Day many years ago, back when I wore a hemp necklace because it was the cool thing to do at the time.
Well, yeah.
A guy stopped me in Walmart and was like, "Hey, man, I know the guy wearing a hemp necklace is definitely going to know where to buy some weed. Can you sell me some weed?" And I was just like, my brain is like, I don't know. I feel bad for this guy. He looks like he really needs weed. Who would I know that might possibly... Sean Miller.
Why me?
I don't know. I think you also had a hemp necklace.
I did, yeah.
So you made the same false assumption that this gentleman made.
Yep. So I was like, I know my friend Sean might have some. I'll send him your way. I remember, I think I even called you. You're like, I don't have any weed.
It doesn't really ring a bell, but
It's like, all right, I just want to know if you want to make some money with some carnies.
that does sound familiar. I do remember a phone call about carnies.
So we find. Well, so what do you want to know from Link?
About the band.
Yeah, about when we were going to battle Bluegrass Man.
At the festival.
So now we know.
Now we know.
That's all I needed.
Okay. Hey, you can come sleep over here at the Irvin Cobb if you want. But
Oh shit, man! I
That's
would,
pretty
but I'm
cool.
already in bed, man. But that's pretty cool, though.
okay.
All right, I thought you would
Thank
want to
you.
meet Liz's 3 aunts, but they're staying here too.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Well, not like that. Don't say yeah like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't kniff this. No, they're lovely ladies. They're just a lot of fun.
How
to hang out
lovely!
with. All right, bye. Click.
Do they have boyfriends?
I ain't counting up on you.
That was Irvin Cobb.
I don't know. Do they have boyfriends?
That's all right. As a ghost, you find you're not interested in things like that.
I only asked out of habit.
Do I have a ghost penis? I don't know.
I like to think that you do.
Probably, if I wanted to.
But that's weird is that weird that I like to think that you have a ghost
Yeah,
penis?
my
That
first
is
thought was
weird.
how fucking weird that was. Your concern for his ghost genitalia is a bit out there.
Well,
I hope you have a flesh penis.
I do. Yeah, I feel like it's that. Like, I just want to make sure that everybody's genitals are, in fact, there and intact.
And
whether
in
you're
a
alive or
proportion
dead.
that you would find pleasing.
A pleasing proportion.
Yes.
Yes.
Liz, I'm sure you have a pleasantly proportioned penis as well. Or the P3 is how I like to call it.
We said genitals. I said genitals.
This is exactly the kind of conversation that would be going on at 4 a.m.
Yeah. At fucking Steak and
Belly's
Shake.
full of steak and shake and talking about perfectly proportioned penises. Your cell phone rings again.
Oh. Do I recognize the
It's
number?
Link.
I'll answer. All right, look. I'm telling you, they're really nice. Please don't disrespect Liz's aunts. You were on speaker. Okay, what's up?
Do you want to meet up for like lunch tomorrow?
Yeah, Quiznos sound good?
Okay.
All right, perfect. See you there at
Lunchtime.
2.
all right, 2. All right.
A proper lunchtime, 2 o'clock.
I was gonna say like 10:30 when they open, but yeah, 2 works.
in 5 hours.
I don't know if I told you this or not. Liv never sleeps.
Makes sense. All right, see you then.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
But everybody said bye.
You're on speaker. It's cool.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Love
Okay.
you.
What's the plan?
Good luck finding
Everybody
your
going-
dad. Is that a movie yet? I don't know.
Because maybe then everybody else settle down and go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Then the next morning, you see the other. I mean, because they're sort of held up by ghostly sheets, but you can see like your 3 aunts are in there and all asleep. A mess of surge cans all over the floor.
Yes, this is what I like to see.
It's not like when Peter Griffin gets out of his car, whenever you just hear all the cans. All right, so I imagine just even if you're super tired by reflex alone, Kenny, you're the first one awake.
Yep.
You wake up and smell coffee,
Sweet.
and you see there is a fresh pot just there on the floor, or on the Irvin Cobb's floor. You see over there's like a little coffee nook, and you see there's a fresh pot.
Sweet. I'm going to go get me a cup of that.
Oh, it is probably the best coffee you've ever had.
I'm going to get my thermos. And fill
You know,
it.
as much as you pour, the pot does not decrease in volume.
I'm just like going to stand there with my coffee cup and sip and just stare at this thing and think, man, I got to get me one of these. And I'm going to go up on the roof, smoke my breakfast,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go down here and try to get Lem up.
I'm awake.
You're awake?
Yeah.
Never sleeps. Hey,
Yeah. Hey.
you want to go see my dad? He'll probably come in my house soon. Or my, whatever you got. What's the house? It's not really a house.
Okay.
The band room.
Okay. Yeah. It sounds good. I've been looking forward to it.
So we'll hop in my truck and go up the street about 10 blocks.
Okay.
That's about where it is from Irvin Cobb.
Yeah, you guys get there and get out. It's peaceful. No one's there yet. But as you guys are sitting there, just kind of shooting the shit, waiting, eventually you see his old pickup truck pull up, and he climbs out of it just, in overalls and old broken down work boots. And you see Kenny's dad, Earl Van Buren. I would imagine he looks somewhat like Dale from King of the Hill a little bit.
Okay.
Only older, definitely gray hair.
Okay. Definitely has pocket sand. Noted.
He ain't a fool. You see, he gets up and walks forward, sees you, and then sees you and just nods.
Yeah, I'll wave.
Hi there.
Hey.
Dad, what's up?
Good. Hey.
This is Lem, the guy I was telling you about.
Oh,
Hey.
So
Lem,
Nice to meet you. You're Kenny's dad.
I certainly am.
I like your last name a lot.
Thank
Makes
you.
me think of Seinfeld. Like that. And the president, you know.
They stole that we stole it from the president. Seinfeld stole it from us.
I'll give him the Van Buren hand sign. See if that registers at all.
It does not.
Okay.
something wrong with that boy.
I
So
don't
many
take
things.
those gang signs.
So I told you, we've been hanging out. We've been going on adventures, playing music together. He's a fantastic guitar player. So maybe you want to jam later, we can.
all
we got to
right.
play. We got some place to be, but I wanted to bring you down so you could talk to Lem a little bit, because I know you told me before you had warned me off from their family, the Brufords, and Lem is of that mindset as well. He's not terribly fond of his people.
Make an insight. Both of you can make an
Me?
insight. Both of you make an insight. Kenny, you have advantage.
13.
So you probably won't take that one.
Nope. 12.
Okay. What'd you have, 13?
13.
Both of you, know it's something you have seldomly seen on him. And you know the telltale signs of he is shuffling his feet. He is nervous and worried.
Dad.
We're not going to have it like executed or anything. Don't worry.
No.
Dad, it's
I mean,
cool.
it's bad. But hey, it's not that bad. I mean, but it probably is that bad.
Just talk to us, man. It's cool. We're safe here. I promise.
I don't know about that. But, well, okay. Shit. I don't even know.
Well,
Okay.
what do you? This has nothing to do with anything. What do you play? I don't even know what you play.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, Earl plays a little bit of everything. He can play just about any instrument you put in his hand.
Do you think if we talk to the rest of the band, if maybe we could have like a guest appearance?
No.
No? You're done with that?
No. I'll jam and play and hang out with you guys, but no.
Dad doesn't like the spotlight much. He's kind of a recluse. He spends a lot of time alone. He's not much for crowds and being around a lot of people.
I got you. So you've never been in a band then?
A very long time ago.
Okay.
But no.
We had
I'm
a couple of jug bands around the campfires and stuff growing up, but
Yeah?
never like anything like what we do.
Okay. Well, I mean, we just, we're going to be playing here at the fair, the Kentucky Oaks Mall, You live here. You seem cool.
Well, if anybody asks, you ain't never met me. I just want to put that. You never heard of me. You don't know me.
That seems like a weird thing to say. I'm fine as, yeah, you got it. But, I mean,
Well, especially your dad can't know that you know who I am.
okay, that's fine.
That's all. I mean,
I don't really talk to him a whole lot.
Kenny speaks very highly of you. You seem great, but your daddy can't know that you've ever met me or you know who I am.
Okay. I think I might know
I
why.
I
but
might not draw. Might not. Please don't. If you have it, I mean, don't say Kenny's last name to him.
No, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know your relationship with your dad, but if you don't
we're not
know
close.
Kenny, even better.
well, I mean, that seems a little. I understand what you're saying, but even thinking about not knowing your son is it pains me.
Well, no, I'm glad. Hey, he hasn't talked, up a lot of friends, and he's been very enthusiastic about you and your band, and that's touching to me, and I appreciate that. But for our sakes, and probably for yours, that would be a safe thing to do.
Is this about my mom?
I told him about Aurora.
I haven't told anybody. It's fine. I haven't told anybody.
You see the blood kind of goes out of his face a little bit. All right, well, with your mom, and you see about that time you hear a car on gravel coming towards you.
I will look in that like quickly or like
Yeah.
just that I'll look that direction.
It is I don't even know what it would be, but if they had a 2001 Raptor back then, like that's what it is. It is the biggest, baddest pickup truck you could find.
Today I learned that a Raptor is a kind of truck.
That is, I know that there are like $90,000 trucks.
It's a ridiculous Ford F-150 that's just been tricked out with
Okay.
all the.
Is that
all the
literally
good-
what it is?
It's called
Oh,
the Raptor.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
It's built on an F-150 body.
I gotcha.
But it's like super tricked out.
Okay.
Like every conceivable option. It's nuts. And yeah, it's about $90,000 back then.
Like that's what's the what truck does the King Ranch edition?
That's a Ford F-250 or 350. I think
That's sort of the same thing where it's
well,
just like
the Raptor's more of a sport truck. It's not
so
like
it's actually built differently.
It's
not just,
built a little differently. It's on a different suspension. I think it might have a lightning motor in it. But yeah, it's nuts, and they're super expensive. Not worth the money. Anyway,
Yeah.
Did they call it the Raptor because they spared no expense, like John Hammond?
probably.
So
Good one.
Thank you.
you've seen this truck. It is your father's truck that he does when he wants to make a deal with more country people.
I don't know. I didn't do this. I don't know. I didn't do this.
'Cause
I didn't do this. I didn't do this.
Because he looks at you like
I don't know.
kinda
I don't.
confused.
I don't know.
And the truck just pulls up and slams on the brakes and whatnot, and then you see not even in his red jacket. It looks like he's in like a white button up and jeans, which is again sort of uncommon for your dad.
He's doing his Republican political campaign attire.
That's probably the closest thing to it. Yeah. You see, he steps down out of the car.
I'm going to intercept him. That's my direction.
You see, yeah, he looks around. When he steps out and sees all three of you.
Before Lem, I don't know what's going on. Just listen to me.
I don't what?
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
I don't know what's going on.
Me neither.
Get in front of him. My dad is heavily armed.
I'm getting in front of him. Now I'm thinking maybe that's not a good idea.
Well, not. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Because yeah, he's standing there. You get in the middle, and he just like he looks up, looks at you, then he looks over at you, and he looks at Earl. Well, this is strange.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Well, I keep GPS on all of my kids, for their safety.
Weird. Okay.
No, not really.
Yes.
But a little.
But yes.
And I
Weird.
noticed that my son is out in the middle of nowhere.
Like I normally am.
I don't know. So I thought something told me investigate this. And I pull up and you are with Earl Van Buren.
I've
all
never heard
people.
that name before in my life.
Because make a deception.
roll a 20.
I don't have any chips. That's a 10.
He looks over. He just looks at you skeptically and looks back at Earl.
What, you don't believe me?
He's
It's an audio medium, Dad.
You're right. He looks at you with a kind of a strange, semi-bemused, semi-exasperated expression, then just zeroes back in on Earl. Why are you around my son, Earl? And you see it takes him a beat, but then Earl just, I got a fucking call to come out here because some kids heard that I'm the cheapest electrician in the area and wanted me to hook up for something for some band, but and I turned out it's two kids who don't fucking have any money, don't know shit. So, no, I don't know. This is your son. I don't even fucking know.
But we have to play at the Kentucky Oaks Mall, mister.
Strange electrician man with all the guns.
Well, you got, I don't know. I'm not interested in something like you don't even have enough money to satisfy me, so you kids leave me the fuck alone, especially if you know this asshole. So, no, I'm out, and
Hey,
Don't-
fuck you, old man. We got unfinished business, you and me, motherfucker.
but yes, for real, if you know this guy, don't, he pointedly looks at you, don't call me, don't come over until this asshole is out of your business. And I especially don't want you at my home rooting through my trash like I heard these fucking kids have been doing. So, yeah, fuck all y'all. He looks like he storms off, gets in his truck, and peels
Fuck all
off.
y'all.
Fuck you too. It's nice to meet you.
Hey, Funk, you very much.
Balthazar, he looks at you and then looks over at you, Kenny. Were you one of the guys in the band with my son?
Yes, sir.
He looks like he steps out and extends his hand to you.
I'll shake his hand.
It's pretty limp.
Yeah, I figured.
And he's like, no, good to meet you. Well, stay away from Earl.
Who?
I get. Stay away from that idiot.
But we need to get set up for the Kentucky Oaks Mall to fair. Nope.
He reaches in his pocket.
I know he insulted your pride by saying that we didn't have any money, but no, thank you.
No, I get you're trying to do this on your own. That's fine. And he looks like he pulls off a few platinum pieces.
No.
Get a good electrician.
Nope. Keep it.
Fine. But really, don't. I'm serious. Don't mess with that guy.
Okay.
Can you explain why? Why not? I mean, I get he seemed like kind of a jerk, but why are you warning us off of him so heavily? What's your beef with him?
He's into some bad shit. He's a gossipy thief. Like any dealings I used to have with that guy a long time ago, he's trash.
You had dealings with
I
him?
am like raging inside, very hard to not just punch this guy right in the mouth.
So I hired him for around the house for some work back in the day, and big regret.
Would you say that he is a worse employee than Mr. London?
That makes his face go stone.
Good.
And he looks at you. So you finally called London for something?
Yeah. He has done some very bad things. I needed to call him on that.
He's a fixer. That's what he does.
What is a fixer?
They handle all the dirty things that need to get done.
Well, yeah, I called him.
Well, that's why I gave you his number.
Well, good, because I called him.
Well, good. I hope he helped.
Well, he won't, I'm sure.
Well, fine. Okay.
But I do pay a great deal for him to be on retainer for you. So if you get in trouble, call him, yeah.
Yeah, well, he hasn't been a big help so far.
Well, how many people are in this band of yours?
4.
4? Where are your
Yes.
other bandmates?
Sleeping, probably.
We had a late night. Surge night.
You still drinking that garbage?
It's not garbage. It's good.
It has electrolytes that the
much
body
caffeine.
needs.
God, yes.
The Romanian witches loved it, Dad.
Well, do you have any local shows? I'd love to come see this band.
Well,
I'm like staring through Lem right now.
no.
Make a deception.
13.
Okay. Well, maybe sometime.
Maybe. I still think it's weird that you're tracking me. Us. You can check the others. I
All
get
of
it.
you.
They're-
All of you.
Them, I understand.
All right, so you called London. There are people like London all over the place. And we've got a lot of money. I want to know where you are a lot of the time.
I mean,
You can't follow me in here, Dad. Conjures a subspace door and jump through it. Bye.
rides away on Yoshi. Whatever.
Bye. Just turn around.
Whatever.
But I don't want to see you with Earl ever again.
I'm perfectly okay with that as well.
Okay.
That you don't see me with Earl.
And he just gets back in the Raptor and drives off.
I had no idea that was gonna happen.
I believe
Kenny.
you. I believe you. He said he was tracking you. How could you have known? What do you think it's in your
My
phone?
phone? Maybe I
Don't
should
put
have.
GPS in the phone. What? That's impossible.
They only do it in vaccines. And I've had all of them, Kitty. All of them.
Well, there's your problem.
I've had extra ones, experimental ones.
It's cool, man. I get it. It's fine. I kind of didn't. I like that our place was kind of relatively unknown, but it's cool. I mean, we are basically in the middle of town,
Well,
so it's bound to happen.
Man, Can you drive me to the Singular store, please?
Damn. Although, Kenny, it stood out to you the way, of course, when he said, don't call me, don't come around. And then the way he said, don't come picking through my trash.
I figured there was something to that. And I know Dad was talking to me in code. I don't quite remember I don't know what he's referring to at this point, though.
Mm-hmm. You do not.
Okay. Yeah, so Dad, did you catch what Dad said about picking through his trash? What?
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing.
I know the kids, these is savages.
I mean, he literally lives out in the middle of nowhere. There's no kids out there. There's nobody picking through his trash. He meant something by that.
Oh, does he?
I may call him. I may try to call him from a payphone.
No, I think he made it clear not to do that.
Oh well, that's true. Yeah.
I think we should go pick through his trash.
Pick through his trash. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do. But
I'll take you to get a new phone.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna drive him to the Singular store, which is right next door to the Blockbuster.
Yep, you're right.
It actually is.
And that midnight mini golf. It's all right there.
Wow, I forgot. No, the Midnight Mini Golf is what the Blockbuster became after it closed.
Oh, okay.
So that was a little farther down the road.
A little further. So no midnight mini golf yet.
Damn, that sounded fun.
Stop by Mill Springs, drive some go-karts real quick. Have a
Maybe you can trade in your phone.
funnel cake.
Yeah, I'll trade in the phone.
Pull out your SIM card and transfer your contacts.
I don't know about SIM cards.
They do. Your singular ghost spirit.
I think this might be a situation of, well, you lost everything.
No, the SIM card used to hold your contact.
No
on it.
shit.
Yep.
Wow.
Back then it did.
Wow.
The phone didn't have enough memory in it
I didn't
to
even,
have a great deal of, they saved it on there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
Wow.
definitely, though, a different SIM card.
Okay, yeah, they can transfer it over and then give you a new one.
Do you have anything that has more than Snake on it?
More than Snake.
I mean,
Why would you
what
ever
do you
need more than
need?
look, it's a fantastic game.
Like
but,
Jezball?
yeah, like Jezball. Drug Wars.
We got Snake and Jezball. Drug Wars.
You got TI-83 games on these things.
That's going to be $100 no matter what for the rest of your life.
What is this, Columbia CD warehouse? I just put words together.
Yeah, but he'll they give you a new phone, transfer everything over,
Thank you.
new everything.
Now, can this track me if someone I want to make sure this is on my own contract. Can we do that?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
no one's going to track me, right?
Just the government.
Well, I expect that.
Okay.
So do you want to go out to my dad's and check out what he was talking about, or do you want to pick up the band and take them?
I want to pick up the band. I feel like your dad probably does not like me right now. So
Don't worry about him. he knows what's up.
So-
I would know if it was a problem with you.
yeah,
Don't worry about it.
I'll pick. What do you want me to do? Pick up the band?
Well,
And then-
I was to say, should we go pick them up before we go out to investigate my dad's trash or whatever he was talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, but promise me this. When we go to pick up these two, just tell them what we're doing, but don't tell them why. Just say, we're going to pick through Kenny's dad's trash. I just want to see what they say.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I mean, you could say that.
I will.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Hey, my dad got weird
Yeah.
and said not to pick through his
Yeah,
trash, so
see-
we're going to go pick through his trash.
Yeah, it'd be much weirder if I'm like, guys, let's go pick through Kitty's dad's trash. Out of
I'm just
nowhere.
saying. It's not bad.
You're right. It is in character. You're
Not
right.
the most shock,
I'll do it.
most shock value for sure.
So all of you, the two of you get back to the Irvin Cobb. Liz and Benji you guys wake up. And it feels, I don't know, strangely peaceful.
And then we come bust in the door. Hey, you guys, we found something over there.
Guys, let's go through Kitty's dad's trash. I gauge reactions.
Irvin Frog's like, yeah, that's the first good thing you've said in a while, boyo. Let's go.
I take offense to that, but thanks.
Well, I'll explain to Liz and Benji what transpired at my house this morning
Whoa.
and bring them up to speed.
Yeesh. It's pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah.
It's weird, huh? I got a new phone. Check it out.
Oh, cool. Can I see that?
Yep.
Put a tracking chip in it. There we go.
I need to write down your phone number just in case we're ever stuck somewhere.
Yeah, that's all good.
And links.
Okay.
And whoever else I find it
Yeah, I
here.
don't know, London, or I go wrap that down.
Just
Yeah, write his down. Give it to everybody. Give it to everyone.
Get everybody's number.
Jill.
I mean, she's in trouble right now. So I mean, it couldn't be any worse, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's in trouble too. Everybody's
Yeah.
in trouble.
Everybody's in
Yeah.
trouble.
I feel fine.
That's good. That's good.
So things are pretty good.
There can't be anybody with a blood feud against me that's gonna come back to haunt me.
That's great. And your granddad was hot.
He was a good looking fella, huh?
Remember Liz?
Oh,
His
yeah.
hot granddad?
I remember.
Yeah.
You splooshed. We heard it.
We all
Granddad.
splooshed.
I was just remembering him last night.
Like even in his youthful appearance, he had a good 15 years on you.
Well, I'm gonna go. I kind of read into what my dad said, and I think he's trying to leave me a hint or a clue as to what's going on here. So I need to go do this. If you want to come with, you're more than welcome to, or I can go by myself. Whatever.
Is this a before Quiznos thing or after Quiznos
I think we
thing?
could probably get to it before.
It's okay. So it seemed
we
pretty
still got a
urgent.
few hours.
I don't know your
before
dad's
that.
trash code, but it was urgent.
Yeah, it seemed like he made a pretty big point of
Yeah.
telling those kids not to root through his trash.
Yeah, I think you're right. What time is it?
11.
Okay.
We're meeting at
2.
lunchtime, 2:00.
Yeah. I mean, look, I wanted to meet 30 minutes ago, but everyone thought that was crazy.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go out there
Head
and
on over. Okay.
head to my dad's.
Fuck yeah, I want to go dumpster diving. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, you drive way out to a trailer park. Not a very populous one at that. Unlike I'd say that one over by Harned's Drive-In.
Okay.
Yep, I know the one.
Like way in the back,
that's gonna
most in the woods,
Yeah.
far back one. His truck is not there.
Okay. I'll go and investigate his trash.
Yeah, I mean, you go and just open up he has a trash can sitting on the outside, and you open it up, and it's empty except for a photo album in the bottom.
Okay. I'll take it.
And you just pull out, it looks like, you don't know that you've seen it,
Okay.
but it looks like a really old leather-bound photo album.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go sit on the porch. His whatever passes for a porch on his.
Yeah, just well-kept wooden steps that he built himself out of pallets he recovered.
I'm gonna sit down and, hey guys, I found a photo album in my dad's trash. Let's look at it.
Okay.
We're gonna look at it.
It's like the end of Earthbound.
Credits roll. Flips the page.
Did we just win?
Yep.
That's all it took. All the bad people are gone. End game.
Good game, everybody.
Yeah, because you open it up and it's very, very old photos. You see it's in the photo album. Looks like it's yellow hard plastic with very thin sheets folded over for you to open up and stick photos in. And it's you as a baby. And you see young Earl and your mom. It's her at work at the diner with you in a high chair pulled up to the side. Her giving you a bath in the sink at home. Photos, if you've seen them, it's been a very long time. You don't
Kenny.
know where your dad's kept this.
Nice cock.
Thanks.
Perfectly proportioned.
I hope when you die, you get to keep it as a ghost.
Yeah.
By the way, you might want to write down perfectly proportioned penis.
I like that alliteration.
Genitals. Perfectly proportioned genitals.
Oh, that breaks
Yeah.
the
Greatly gregarious genitals.
greatly gregarious genitals.
P3 is going to look a lot better on the front of my bass drum when we do our next show.
That P3, that's good.
My actual band had a P8 on the drums.
P8,
on the
P8 and a half.
bass.
Hate.
Why'd you look at me so skeptically, Nicole?
Crooked face band.
Crooked face band.
I mean, so do I see any reason as to why he would have left that for me? Like,
Yeah,
is there
you-
anything obvious about it that?
You flip all the way through it. Make an investigation.
6? Is that just 6?
Everybody that's looking at it with them. can make
Give
an
me that.
investigation.
3.
21.
Lord.
10.
I dropped the die.
It went for a ride.
It's gone.
Roll the natural 20.
Okay. Well,
Makes that 22.
yeah, Lem and Benji, as you're flipping through, looking at all these pictures, nothing clicks. Nothing makes sense. You don't understand.
I'm just looking at my memories, my life, sort of.
I mean, it's nice to see these again.
Yeah,
You haven't
yeah.
seen them, and you know why he probably has kept this buried away. You know,
In the trash can.
Because mom's dead. Yeah,
it's hard to look at.
Hard to look at. Yeah, I get that.
So you flip through the end of it, not knowing what's going on, and then Lem and Benji, you see the flap, the back cover. You can barely see the outline of something behind, like it's been covered up with that back piece of laminate.
Yeah, I'm going to rip that off.
And you see it's been
Hey
there
now.
for a while.
There's something here.
Oh, all right.
When you peel that off,
I mean, this is in the trash. Don't forget.
It can't be that fucking important. Your dad threw it away.
I'm just tearing up the trash. That's all.
when you peel it off, there is what looks like a ripped section of a much larger picture behind this film. And you see, because it's ripped on the side to where you see it looks like an elementary school class picture, just like the bottom corner of it. So
Is it
you
color
see
or black and white?
it is
It would be color.
color but faded,
Yeah.
like very faded, and where it's ripped, and then you can see like 4 kids in the corner, and somebody like maybe an adult's leg sort of off to the side, and a plaque where, like, if it were an elementary school, would say grade 3, blah, blah, blah. But all of the kids, except for one, you see like 3 of the kids have big black X's over their faces.
That's not normal.
And then
Dad?
there's one kid standing there without an X over his face. Yeah, because you just look at that. Make a wisdom save.
All of us.
Everybody
A
make
wisdom save?
Yeah, or a wisdom check. A wisdom check.
Okay.
17.
16.
17.
History? All right, wisdom. Roll the 1. Thanks a
You're
lot.
like, this is fucking old.
Look, I found it, motherfuckers. Deal with it.
All of you. I mean, this is you feel like you recognize this kid in this picture. He has very set jaw, very cold, more like adult eyes. Of course, he's got hair. He's probably 10.
He has hair. I'm sorry.
You know, the guy with the hair.
The hair throws
Unlike
it off.
the other children, this one has hair.
I understand why that might have sounded weird. But it's weird to see him with hair
Oh, okay. All right.
because this looks like Dane Dawnstar.
What?
Well, shit, that's a twist.
And as you're looking, because the focus is on the kids, and then you see the backdrop, the background of the photo, looks like the walls of Jazzadroon.
Oh, wow. Oh. Why does your dad have this, Kenny?
Dude, I have no idea.
This is wild.
My dad
This is wild, man.
My dad apparently was pretending to not believe that I could travel through subspace in the first place my whole life. I told him I could do this, and he said I was imagining things.
To protect you, maybe? Because he knows, like, I mean, someone knows something. Because this is freaky.
Very specific, and yeah, if he has this, there's something bigger going on here.
But he wanted you to find this.
He wanted me to find this. Fuck.
That's weird. It's like, what do we do now?
I'm gonna Dad never locks his house. I'm gonna leave the photo album on the dining room table as sort of a message to him that I got it, and then I'll take the ripped photo that was hidden in the back and tuck it away for later.
Why are the other faces X'd out?
I don't know. Can we not tell? Can we not see who the faces are behind the X's? I mean, is it like completely blank to where
It's black. I mean, it's black marker,
covering
like
up
permanent
enough
marker.
of them that we can't make out
It'd be
their
very
faces?
hard, very hard to discern anybody.
Look, can I look on the back?
The
of-
legs. You see the legs, although of someone sort of behind them all. You see the
Nanny.
the sleeve. Yeah, black slacks and the sleeve of a white jacket.
What does the plaque say for the? Can we make out what the grade is and what school it is?
The only two letters that you can make out that have been ripped off are FUL.
If you. Well.
Like Project Mindful.
Yeah, can we tell what corner of the photograph this was? It was like bottom right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything on the back of the photo, like a stamp where it could have been developed? Or I'm sure if it's mindful, it would have been done in house. But is there anything on the back of the picture?
It's just white, but you do see written in, it looks like there were names in a feminine cursive script. A lot of the names have been cut off in this rip, but when it's going bottom, it says like bottom row, right to left, and you see Dane, Dawn, and then it's ripped off. And then you just get a few letters of other names.
Do we recognize any of are they just appear random?
Like you
couldn't
like
make anything out of it.
CHA, maybe someone named Charles.
Okay,
And
gotcha. But nothing that stands out other than Dane Dawnstar, which is weird that that's his actual name. I always thought that was going to be like a a made up name for his business. But okay, there's some confirmation here, guys. We have a picture of Dane Dawnstar outside the walls of Jazzadroon in 3rd grade.
I don't like it.
No, I don't either. That gave me the heebs.
Yeah, I
when
don't
he
like
said
it.
Jazzadroon, I was like, oh no.
I'm going to check the front cover before we leave.
Yeah.
Any photos stuck
Just
in there?
rip.
Right.
Oh, no, nothing.
other-
Sorry.
nothing.
The other half of that picture in there. All right. Well, I think.
Did your dad go to school with Dane Dawnstar? What's going
I have as
on?
many questions as you do here, bud. As far as I know, my dad never left the mountains until he was in his 20s. So apparently, a lot of my dad's history's been left out because I don't know. I don't know why he has this. But I think we should get.
Everybody can make another insight.
20.
9.
23.
5.
We're rolling good today.
Liz and Benji. Whenever he turns over the back of the photo to see the cursive script on the back, this handwriting matches in the photo book where it'll say Kenny, age 9, where a description of what the photo is written out
So
beside
it's
it.
probably my mom's
Yeah,
handwriting.
the scripts match.
Okay, so apparently my mom was involved in this in some way, and she's been gone a while.
Okay.
Do the pictures of me appear to be older than the picture we found in the book? Or is the torn picture... You know how you can tell the difference between a picture that was taken in like the 70s and a picture
Well,
that
that's
was
why I was
taken in
asking
the
if it was
80s?
in color or black and white.
Yeah,
I mean, like
I've
date
got
this thing.
all the pictures of me, like for real, me in the 70s when I was a kid, when I was a baby,
Yeah.
are in color. But
Yeah.
they're like almost sepia tone.
Sure.
Just because they've either faded or
Right.
my dad's camera.
This
was
one's
shitty
more
or
like
something.
this. It's definitely older than the pictures that are in the book. Like substantially older.
The torn picture is older than the pictures of me as a baby.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll be sure to leave that book on the table for him, and then we can go do whatever y'all think we need to do next. I'm a little.
Quiznos! On that note, let's get sandwiches!
Let's go.
We sure we don't want to rifle through Liz's trash before we...
Liz?
I don't have any reason to think there's anything interesting in the trash.
All right.
so.
What if there was a
14
corner
jars of tomatoes.
Just say a bunch of discarded tomatoes.
What if the other half of this picture's in there?
Right.
With the tomatoes.
Let's go back to Jazzadrew. Maybe we'll find the other half of the picture.
I like the cut of your jib, sir.
We have a coin that we need to deliver, by the way.
Oh, Lord. We
Yeah,
sure
and a
do.
second floor of Jazzadroom to check out while we're at it.
Nah.
No, I'm good.
I'm all set.
I don't want to go back there. I was kidding. Yeah, we do need to deliver the coin to Scottish lass, Irish lass.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard anything. Did my number change? Is my number the same?
Maybe just say you had that number forwarded. You paid extra to have your old number forwarded to your new.
That sounds like something I do.
Yeah, there you go.
That sounds like something you tell
'Cause
me
how
to
would
do
Jill?
at Singular.
How would Jill call you? So, yeah, you guys can make your way to Quiznos after that. Then
All right.
I mean, you still could have the same number. It just your phone would no longer be getting tracked by the magical GPS chip.
Right.
I've had many different phones since I was 16 years old, and always
Your
the same
number's the
number.
same, yeah.
So
Anyway,
All right.
Quiznos again.
okay, yeah,
It's great here. I love it.
yeah. You go into Quiznos, and it's not Jill behind making the sandwiches. It's a guy named Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, man.
Is his name Jersey Mike? He breaks away from
I'm gonna break
Quiznos.
out of this one day. You'll
I'll
see.
start my own sandwich place. You'll see.
Mike, you and
You
John.
guys, you'll see. I'm gonna make my own sandwich thing.
You and
Take
John getting out of here?
We're gonna make our own way. Me and my-
You, Jimmy, and John?
Me and Jimmy.
And Subway. Don't forget Subway. You always forget him.
Daniel Subway.
Daniel Q. Subway.
Yeah, it looks. He's just. What can I get for you?
Jill, can you get it? Can you get me Jill?
That was weird, Kenny. I'd never say anything like that.
For you.
Oh.
I mean,
Chicken bacon ranch.
No, she called out today.
She okay?
Chicken Bacon Ranch called out today.
Sorry, fresh out.
Is she okay?
Not in. No, she called out. Said she was really sick.
We should check on her.
Yeah, I'll call, check on her. Yeah. I like that. That wouldn't be weird, right? That'd be a normal thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, you found out she was ill by coming into Subway to get a sandwich, which is perfectly normal, and you're friends.
Yeah.
Except that she works at Quiznos.
What did I say?
Subway.
Well,
You're out.
Kenny's dad's in. You're out.
shut up, Jersey Mike.
It'd be great if you had a character sheet for Kenny's dad that you just gave to Miller right there.
Welcome to the game, Earl.
Let me tell you a little something about Project Mindful Son.
This works out perfectly.
About fucking time. It's about time, Dad.
I'll just be Dane. It's fine. That one.
I'm not going to be cagey like
Balthazar.
Tyler.
Oh,
I'm going
I
to get
killed
down to
myself.
business.
I'm playing as my mom now.
Ooh, alternate character.
Yeah, you call Jill. It rings for a while, and then hello.
Jill?
This is her phone, but it's not Jill.
Oh, I'm sorry. The
Who
feminine
is-
voice threw me off.
That's good, Kenny. Who is this?
It's just Scott.
Who?
Lem,
Yes.
you trying to find Jill?
Yeah, I heard she wasn't feeling well.
Oh, she is quite ill.
That's not good.
No, it is not.
What's wrong?
She has a incredible headache for all night and so far today.
I hope she feels better.
Me too.
Are you there with her?
I am.
You taking care of her?
Yep.
All right, good. Okay.
She is my romance partner. Of course, I'm here taking care of her.
Yeah, it's a weird way to say it, but yeah, I know.
You're paving some really fresh ground here, Scott.
I know.
Hey, oh, is that Scott on the phone?
Yeah, it's Scott.
Oh, tell him we had fun hanging out the other night and drinking tequila.
Benji had a lot of fun the other night, hanging out with you, drinking tequila.
I am, yes.
He said yes, but he didn't sell it.
That's a weird. That's a weird response, even if he did say it.
I guess I am,
Truck
yes.
code.
I'm quite used to a higher brand of tequila than the swill they were serving in that bar. It did not settle well with me.
He didn't like the tequila.
Oh,
Man, we were springing for that top shelf shit.
They said they spent a lot of money on it.
They got hosed. It was swell.
You guys got hosed, said Jill's romance partner.
that's
All right, man.
That's exactly
Thanks,
what
Thanks for the tip.
well. Maybe sometime we can go out and we can get some good stuff. The Cabo Wabo, that Sammy Hagar. That's probably around the 2000.
That was a thing?
Yeah.
Sammy
yeah.
Hagar's
Is it still
tequila.
a thing?
Oh, yeah.
What?
It's a huge business.
What?
He's made a lot of money.
Is
off
it
of
better
that
than Dan
tequila.
Aykroyd's Skull vodka?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't drink tequila.
I've heard the skull vodka is awful.
Yeah,
It is
was very
terrible.
bad.
We have some.
Yeah, it was
I've
very bad.
heard him on a couple
What?
of podcasts.
It's still in your
blogging
house?
it.
Still in our house.
Yeah, Crystal Skull. Well, yeah, tell him we'll take him out sometime and get some really, really good tequila.
Did you hear that?
Yes. I will try to fit it into my busy schedule.
I mean,
I'll get back to you.
He says he's busy.
Liz will probably be there too.
Liz will probably be there too. I'd say not really knowing what code I'm delivering.
I'll try to fit it into my schedule. That sounds nice.
He says it sounds nice.
Okay, cool. We'll be in touch.
We'll be in touch.
All right, I have a question.
Okay. I'll tell Jill you called.
Hey, thanks. I hope she feels better.
Question for the game. We talked about Jill and figured out that she probably had subspace sickness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We established that amongst the group.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have an idea. If you're willing to hear it.
Yeah, of course.
No.
Do you think that do you think potentially that Liz's aunts could help her? Maybe if we could get her and bring her to them, maybe they could help undo what's been done to her.
That's a good idea if you think, I mean,
I don't know the nature of their like skills and powers, but I
Yeah.
feel like they're probably our best bet at this point. To
Yeah.
maybe get
No,
Jill better.
I think it's a great idea. I think they got their hands full now.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe that'll be settled after the fair and then we could talk to them about that. Maybe. I mean, they seem like nice ladies and
I'm sure they'd be willing to help.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
you're
we
okay
can
with
ask.
it.
I was hoping to set something up where the three of us could get Scott out of Jill's hair for a little while
so
you
we
could go over
get
there and
her to
and
the
you can-
aunts. That's where I was.
yeah,
going with
yeah.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about the ants, but just giving him some alone time with her. But I mean, the ants. Yeah,
no, I think that's a
I forgot we've got three very powerful maguses.
After the other night at KC's, I can totally understand her not feeling well today. So
Well, her head exploded with light, so
Right. might make it hurt the next day.
I don't know.
Yeah, she immediately vomited whenever the glow reacted at Duchess when you played. And that was a fifth of the glow that she experienced at KC's.
Hell, even Irvin Cobb might be able to help. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah. he
I'm just
might.
saying, at some point, maybe
No, I think
put that on the
No, I-
long list of things we need to try to do.
I think it's
guess.
I think it's a great idea. Yeah. This is all pretty new to me.
Yeah, but a little bit after that, Link shows up.
Blink.
Hey, Link.
Comes in and he's dragging his cooler. Hey, guys. Feels like I haven't seen you in forever. I missed you guys.
I know, right? We were just, yeah.
I'm gonna bring him up to speed on what we found at my dad's.
Yeah, Mike, 3 regulars.
Ugh, are we?
Why not?
I don't know. He works for Dane.
Yeah.
I trust the guy.
I mean,
If you'd rather we keep that play that close to the vest, I understand. I've just never sensed any ulterior motive.
I trust him. I just really don't trust Dane. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
that's the
Yeah,
thing
for
is-
sure.
Like,
If his dad put a low jack in his phone, somebody who's responsible for making Dane all his money, he could be wearing a wire or some shit, not even
and not
know it.
even know it.
Yeah, his cooler could be a live microphone. We don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true. Good point. Thanks for catching me
Gauging
on that.
Tyler's facial expression to that statement. Confirmed.
Or those really strange one of a kind playing cards we found could be.
Yeah. I kind of do want to keep that one.
Okay.
In a weird Lem play,
Okay.
want to keep that
All
one
good.
close to the chest.
No problem.
Because we don't know anything about that yet, you know? I think I might be more comfortable with it if we knew more about it. But shit. I don't know. He might have information.
I know. That's where I was going with that.
Probably does not. Hey, do you know where Dane went to elementary school?
I mean, someplace in the subspace, I think.
Somewhere in L.A., I guess.
All right.
I can ask.
Nope.
Let's not.
No need.
Interested in Dane's elementary school?
I'm interested in everything Dane.
Let's see. What do I know about Dane? Very rich. Lives in L.A. Not L.A. I mean Las Vegas. L.V. Lives in L.V.
With his mom.
In
with
the
his
Bellagio.
mom. He takes care of his mother. They live out of the Bellagio. Because I think she used to be a maid there when they were really young. And then he turned. I guess he made his fortune, and then I guess made it where the place then served her. So that's why they have this penthouse apartment in a fancy ass hotel.
I mean, that's a nice story. I mean, that sounds nice.
I mean, he may be a total shit, but he loves his mama.
Yeah.
I mean, people.
Maybe he isn't a total shit. I mean,
he's always seemed driven to have a lot of money, just from whenever I've heard it. But
yeah.
I mean, he uses it to. I mean, he's never stiffed me or paid me unfairly. You know, and I know he does. Like, I don't think his mom's in the best of health, and he keeps everything out of the Bellagio for her. So again, he is cutthroat in how he's going to make his money, but he's not like Ramon. He's opportunistic, but he's not taking advantage of people, I guess,
Well, that's
or
good to
at
hear.
least his people, I guess, at the very least. If you're in his way, I don't know, maybe not so much, but his own people, I don't know. He's been fair enough to me. He's hard to please. He's got super high standards for what he wants to see, but
I know the type. It's okay. People like that are okay. Just when you understand, you know, it's better than working for a bad person.
yeah,
I mean, you wouldn't say you work for a bad person, right? I mean,
I don't think he's hard to please. So that makes him sort of hard to work for in the fact that, like, I'm always trying to do better, but I guess that's business, right? So I've never seen him, like, bitch anybody out or hit anybody or do anything like that. But he's just, I don't know, he's always been kind of menacing and serious. Let's just put it like that, I guess.
okay.
I guess that's the aura he wants to, you know, not when people fuck with him, I guess. I don't know why the interest in Dane.
Well, I've always been interested in Dane. I mean, you know, considering that.
I mean, we may be working for him one day if this all goes according to plan.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
We're on his little band battle.
The next band in a week. So what I understood, but I also got a call this morning that Ska Woman is out. Somebody challenged them and beat them.
What? Who?
Los Hermanos Pina.
Los Hermanos Pina?
The Pina Brothers.
Who are that? Do you know them?
No, I just translated.
Yeah, I mean, that's just.
You know Spanish? Kenny, why didn't you tell me earlier? We could have been doing all kinds of stuff with that skill. Like ordering food in Spanish?
Wait, do you
That's how you
speak?
get the good stuff.
Do you speak Spanish, Lem?
What?
Do you speak Spanish?
No, I speak English and Simpsons.
Oh,
To the cow, man.
Neither very well. I'll add.
I don't speak Spanish, but I do know some Spanish words.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like a luchador duo. Their whole thing is like luchador masks.
That's not even music.
And
I
they
don't
play
understand.
and they play merengue. I
As
don't
a
know.
dessert?
That's what I thought. Like at Patty's, the Mile High merengue pies.
Right, exactly.
But I guess Ska Woman's out, so we'll come across them at some point.
I have to start doing
Okay.
some research on those guys. Ay.
But at least it's nice that Bluegrass Man's coming to us, right? Home field advantage and stuff.
Yeah, it's a shame nobody knows who we are because we keep changing our band name.
Well, you gotta find the right one. It's okay.
We should start we should start talking. Let's settle on the name we're at now, which I don't even know what the fuck it is. What is it? What the hell's the name of our band?
Oh God,
Link, what's the name of our band?
The Adlai Stevensons?
Hold on just a second.
Let me think really hard for just a second.
We're not the Liz Lemonian Frogs anymore, are we?
I think, are we the Lemonian Frogs?
Maybe we are.
No, we're not Liz Lemonian Frog. The number 4, the Arby's Gabagool.
That's right.
Kenny, I'm starting to see your point a little bit, but I do feel like we're committed at this point to keep playing the field until we find the right one. Which is obviously not this one because we couldn't remember it.
I agree. We should think about changing it. Number 4, the Arby's Gabagool is not.
It's just not memorable.
It doesn't click.
Yeah. Doesn't get the people excited.
I think it's numbers. People don't like math. They do love Arby's, though.
It's true.
How about
You know what they do like? Alliteration.
That is true.
So something like, I don't know, perfectly proportioned penis. Seems like the kind of thing that would really pop on a billboard.
Gauging Link's reaction.
I mean, they probably wouldn't let you print penis on a billboard. I'm just saying.
We're just going to put P3.
Okay.
And it'll be like an underground thing. People are like, what's P3? It's perfectly proportioned penis.
Oh, there
It's
could be a
so
whole bunch
edgy.
of rumors, too, about where it's like, oh, I heard that it is perforated perfection pacifiers.
Or we'll get them really excited for Persona 3 when that comes out.
Right. That's like due out in 3 years, right?
Probably.
Something.
Pill popping porn stars.
Then they'll think of a ska band. I don't know if we can do that.
I mean, I think we just go with P3 and then every week it's a different 3 letters.
Like Korn and Adidas. I get it. Yeah.
I'm liking this so far. Okay.
We should start really talking ourselves up around town and get out some posters and shit. Let's get some band photos and posters and put them all over downtown at anything that's going on. Moss Rose, we'll put them up everywhere. I know a good place to get some posters made. Actually,
say you should know.
yeah. I mean, this is kind of what I do.
Poster
guys.
making.
Paducah's pervious pedophile. We've already got the posters. We just repurpose what you have.
The shocked glee on Miller's face when you said that.
I'm just gonna get a stamp and just P3 on Luke's forehead and just start putting that.
He could be our mascot.
You see jumping up on the table, Irvin Frog.
Hello, hi.
Jumps up. And he's got a small sub in his hand.
Oh,
That's
what'd you
the
go?
cutest fucking thing
What'd you go with?
Artichoke.
Oh,
He's got artichokes here.
Yeah. And more just eats the artichokes out of the bread.
that is adorable. I agree.
And vegan friendly.
So this might be it's out there, but I think we should go see this Dane.
See Dane.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
If you say so, Magic Frog.
Well, we talked about that before. Like, we need to talk to someone that was in Project Mindful.
You are right.
True.
I don't know.
Is he in Las Vegas right now?
We don't know anybody else that might.
Gosh, but we
were just
Irvin Frog. We have so much going on right now.
True. It's true.
Like, is this the right time? Do you think?
We got a week before we have to play, right?
I mean, we've got plenty of time to kill. And
Yeah, but I
I'm
mean-
assuming we can. Well,
What else you can do? Practice?
I'm assuming that we can get there via the Subspace Highway. Although that didn't work great coming back from Louisville.
That never works. That never works the way you want it to. All right. I mean, do you guys?
I mean, are we talking about going to Las Vegas? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Is that where Dane is? Is in Link is Dane in Las Vegas?
Yeah,
Right
like he is
now?
right now. Yeah, as far as I know.
The only way we could pull that off is subspace it.
But if we do that, we can do it in a few hours.
Yeah.
We won't go see Dane. You coming with us or what?
You doing a Link? Link's like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah.
I zoned out on my sandwich. What?
We're going to go see Dane. You want to go?
Shit. What are you going to see Dane for?
Well, I guess.
We're gonna go talk to him about the shit we wouldn't tell you,
Right.
because we were afraid he would hear it.
Right.
So we're just gonna go tell it to him in person.
Yeah.
And find out what he says.
Okay. Well, all right.
But at this point,
All right. Is it about the band that you want to go see Dane?
kind of. It involves us.
But is
But it's not-
is it about like the future of the band, the contract?
No.
Then you should probably go without me.
Okay.
If you go with me and come in, use it with me, like we're gonna talk about the band, and you change the
Oh,
subject.
no, that wasn't the point.
Then he'll get pissed off.
No, we just wanted you to be. I don't know. I just wanted if you want.
We like hanging out with you.
Yeah, and you need to know we're going to go see Dane about some stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll travel with you if you want,
Okay.
but I think if you go to talk to Dane and it's not about the band, then it's just be you guys.
Okay, I think that's
Because
good.
otherwise, he'll think you're up to something and trying to sneak something in on him under false pretenses.
Okay. Well, Kenny's got a good point. I mean, we were keeping some information from you that we were keeping from you because we didn't want to get back to Dane, but we're going to talk to Dane about it now. So look at this photograph.
That's pretty good. That's very good.
Thank you.
He looks at it.
Oh,
Is that Dane as a kid?
I guess.
Yeah, dude, and look behind him. Does that look a little familiar to you?
Oh, it's that castle.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He was there too.
Apparently.
It looks that way.
Oh shit. Okay.
And by the way, all the names on the back were written by my mother.
So your mom knows Dane?
I guess. I don't know. We don't know. We're trying to get answers. My dad.
You're from here, right?
Yeah, I am. My dad left us this picture as a clue or something after he and Balthazar got into it. And
Shit.
yeah, so that's why we want to talk to Dane, because we want to. He seems like the only person we've got left to ask that might be able to steer us in the direction of what the F is going on.
I mean, that's ballsy. I mean, he might respect that, I guess.
I mean, we weren't going to do it, and then my frog convinced me to do it. So,
Again, one of those sentences that's never been said.
But my frog convinced me to do it. It's pretty good band name.
B3. It's B3.
we should get Chad's opinion on this one. I don't give a shit. I'm a statue. Fuck off.
We've got nice cocks. That'll always be my answer. Call. Yeah, okay. Are you going to try to do the Louisville thing?
Yeah, I think we're going to try to do the Louisville thing. If that doesn't work, then I don't know, get plane tickets or something.
Do we want to wait till tomorrow since it's already halfway through the afternoon?
I mean, yeah, we got unfinished business to take care of today.
I mean, this.
No, get there a little bit later, and he might be there. You go in the morning, he's probably be out on business.
And they're 2 hours behind
Oh,
us.
that's a good point. We should probably let the ants know that we're going to be traveling halfway across the country.
Okay.
Can I call?
Yeah, here's my phone.
I was going to say, you have the number to the Irvin Cobb ghost room?
Yeah, of course. It's
Scroll
scroll
through.
down. There it is. Everybody come goes through.
ICGR.
It's gonna ring that. It's gonna ring that ridiculous looking phone. I love it when that thing rings. Call it, please call it.
Okay.
It like actually makes just that exact noise.
He picks up Irvin Cobb Ghost Room.
You have reached.
The desk of Irvin Cobb,
Yes.
which is me. Hello.
Humorous and host of the 7th Academy Awards.
And you are actually talking to me. Go ahead. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Ha! Gotcha. This is my voicemail.
I just learned what voicemail was.
Just kidding. I don't have a voicemail on a rotary phone. Hello. How can I help you?
I really am the humorist.
Liz, don't fall for it again.
Mr. Cobb Ghost.
We've been over this, Liz. Just call me Mr. Cobb.
We've been over this,
You
Liz
said
woman.
Mr. Ghost Cobb last time, but now it's Mr. Cobb Ghost.
I'm sorry. This is my first ghost.
It's all right, human Liz. Go ahead.
P3, my first ghost.
Are my aunties around?
They are, actually.
Could I speak to them, please?
All of them or just one of them?
I just one of them, whichever one's closest.
Pick the closest aunt.
Closest aunt.
I've only just met them. I don't know how close your relationships are. I would assume you get along well with the youngest one.
They're all standing right next to each other, equidistant from me. I don't know which one to pick.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, Liz. Yes.
My band and I need to go out of town just shortly. But we have our rings, so we'll know if something's
Okay,
up.
good. Can you get back here quickly if they go off?
Maybe.
Yes,
Okay.
we can travel quickly.
Okay. We have just about everything set up here, so
Okay. Is there anything you need from me?
I do not think so. Oh well, we're out of surge.
Have Irvin Cobb call a boy. Boy, bring me some surge.
Boy! My ghost hole is dry.
Sorry, guys, I can't go to Vegas anymore.
Sunshine comes walking in with a tray of surge. If I tried to take one of these cans of surge and just stab myself in the eye with it.
Oh, this guy. He's what killed me.
Oh, man. I love this fan fiction where Sunshine meets Irvin Cobb. Oh. Never.
Dranky Surge with the Magus sisters. All of them. No, but really, some surge. I feel like it made our magic stronger. So just
think-
on your way back.
Okay, we'll pick some up on the way back.
Thank you.
I will hang up like they do in the movies and not say bye.
It's very cool.
Smooth. Smooth. I
So
like
do
that.
we know like where some subspace doors are that like are constant, or do they move all the time?
Feels like they
Or-
move all the time.
Okay. So is it going to be one that we're going to have to try to conjure one to get to Vegas through the subspace, or how is that going to work?
Mike,
Like
you mind
when
if I
we
look
went to-
back there real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
I got a good feeling about this.
If for some reason this fails, by the way, we could always ask on the message boards if anybody knows about like typical locations for doors to appear, and it probably would be interesting to check in on like what's been happening since we dropped the whole fucking Jazzadroon bomb
That is true.
on the IRC boards.
Yeah.
So
High or low?
either way, you should check on it.
Low.
19.
Hey.
You open it up, and there's a 1-star door on the beside the exit side to Quiznos.
Mike, I'm going to use this. Okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
Do not go through this door.
Unless
After we
you're
leave.
feeling lucky. You feeling lucky?
Nope.
Okay.
Good man.
All right. Yeah, Links walks back there and sees, oh, damn. Okay. How about I go with you and I'm just going to stay in the lobby?
Yeah,
How about that?
That sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah, you gonna play blackjack?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit of blackjack.
Just a little bit of
Okay.
blackjack.
All right.
I'm gonna give him 50 gold coins.
Oh, shit.
See if you can turn that into 100, and we'll split it.
Okay.
You mean you'll get your money back?
No, we'll split the profits.
All right. So all of you walk through the
Yeah.
1-star door, and you see that you are on the it's black starry night, and you're on a rainbow.
Oh, this is a good one.
that goes off into black space as far as you can see.
We're on a good one.
Now, I am going to think about conjuring up Link's motorcycle.
Make
Link from
a
Zelda's motorcycle, not our Link.
make a subspace power check.
How do I do that again?
D20 plus your character level plus your proficiency bonus.
What are we, 3 now? Ooh, roll the 1. Conjured up dust, pixie dust.
Hey.
Flies away in the night.
Yeah, you try, and a very skinny version of Epona instead just
Oh, dude,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Sweet Epona.
Yeah. Hey, girl, you need something to eat. You need to go back in there and get you a sandwich.
Literally just has a sub that he puts in the horse's mouth.
Epona be like, thank God.
Everybody else, how are you traveling?
Walking.
No, guys.
Conjure a vehicle.
Oh, let's not walk. Let's do something we can all ride in. How about that? Like, maybe the giant UFO from Independence Day. And we can show up over Vegas and be menacing and stuff. We won't do that part.
I like the Flintstone. Let's do halfway. Do the Flintstone car.
Link, it's so weird that you said that because before I said the UFO, I was really thinking about the Flintstone car.
Let's do it then.
That's insane. Why?
Is the Flintstone car better than walking?
I said you meet in the middle. It's walking, but you're also in a vehicle.
I'll pull you with my skinny horse.
What about a 4-person tandem bicycle?
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Pulled by a horse.
I'm riding.
He's on the horse, and the 4 of us are on the bicycle.
I'm riding the horse.
Yeah.
Crap, we're bad at this.
You tie that Quizno sandwich to a stick and dangle it in front of the horse. It just pulls us the whole way.
She gets 5 steps and collapses.
How about we each get our R-Wing? There's 4 of us, right? This is a game called Star Fox. I don't know if you guys played it or
That's
not.
good.
We each have our...
That's good.
Oh, but there's you.
I can be your Slippy. It's
Oh, okay. All right. If you're going to be our Slippy, then yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, don't
Because
ask.
without context,
You know.
I'm not sure I want to
You know,
be him.
he's our Slippy.
No.
Have an open mind. Benji, come on.
Keep your Slippy to yourself, sir.
What's it's proficiency? in-
character level. D20 character level proficiency bonus.
15.
Yeah. Summon R wings that appear for everybody.
Sorry,
All right.
Epona. I have to leave you here.
Fortunately, in order to ride in these, you have to chop your legs off. But it's fine. I'll be
That's
with it.
fair. Hey, the G forces, man. I get it.
Let me get in mine. I'm not going to chop my legs off.
Yeah, you can get in and fly over. You have to be over the rainbow, but you all can easily pilot just by sort of thinking these R wings that fly straight. As you're going, after a little while, suddenly something zooms into focus, and it's a huge gray castle.
Oh, fuck. Are we doing this again?
And you see a large sign in flashing lights that says Super Jazzadroon flashing on it.
Navi. Where's Navi?
Navi appears.
Listen!
Hey!
What the fuck is that?
Oh, man.
Super Jazzadroon.
That looks like Super Jazzadroon.
I didn't even know that got imported.
And then, yeah, as you fly close to it, and then once you get close to it, you see it's almost translucent, like it's an illusion. And you see purple tentacles pop out of the rainbow and go, got you for a second.
You son of a bitch.
You did, Ultros. You did.
Fuck you, Ultra.
You thought I was gone, but I'm not.
I did. I did.
No. I'm gonna be with you guys for a while.
Well, that's fine, because deep down I kind of like you, even though you don't want to kill us.
There's a reason for both of those.
He's gone. You guys fly on until you see another 1-star door. It doesn't take you 20 minutes of flying.
All right, I will land the R-Wing and open the door.
Yeah, because you go through, and each of you, as you step through, you're stepping out of a stall door in a extremely fancy bathroom.
Is there an Arby's in there?
Not that fancy. But yeah, it is large, marble, expansive, like dozens and dozens of stalls. It's the most beautiful fancy bathroom you've probably ever seen. You get a lot of looks from other men that are in this room.
So what do we say, 40 bucks? Is that each or what?
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. I got money on that, that's fine. This is Las Vegas after all, so it's 40 platinum? Okay.
Vegas, baby, Vegas. That movie's out, right? Swingers, Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one's out. I don't know.
That's out.
You're so money. You're so platinum and you don't even know it.
Man, we're going to be so obnoxious for the whole time.
Yeah, you guys, you can step out of the bathroom and you realize you are in the lobby of the Bellagio. And it is 9:42, and we probably need to end there before shit gets started.
Ooh,
Okay.
before shit gets started.
I think you guys are... I'll go ahead and give you, for everything that happened tonight, experience points sufficient to raise you to the next level,
Okay.
Sweet.
which I believe is pretty close.
We're at 2386 by my count.
And we need 2,700, so.
So that makes sense.
So we just put it at 2700.
Yep. So I'm also working on a list of feats tailored to this game, vegan feats and subspace feats.
So far I got right and left.
Yep. So I think that's pretty much the only thing you guys get for this level. You can roll hit points. We'll do all the level up stuff, and then I'll send everybody feats as I work on them. But all right, there we go. All right, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, not SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play,
Stitcher, maybe.
Stitcher. Yeah. All over the place. Just put it in. Just put it into your favorite search engine. We'll be there. Let's see what else we do, man. You want to call us? We'll go back to regular episodes. We'll do those intermittently. 270-883-2555. You want to send us something? That is TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box
3785.
3785. Thank you, man.
He usually does this flawlessly.
I know.
It's probably because you're here and you monitor the P.O. box.
I know.
Probably a little nervous.
She gets all the mail.
Start to perform.
Care of is here.
Let's see. So really the most important thing is that Patreon. But before I get to that, Ian, do you have anything to read?
No,
No? Okay.
they all stopped donating. I'm teasing.
Maybe.
We have a list.
Rightfully so.
We have a list of folks that we refer to as executive producers, and these nice people donate $20 or more a month to TADPOG. You could do it too and get your name read by me weekly on this list.
It's kind of like being in the Bible
It
a little
is
bit.
a little bit, yeah.
So I've heard.
Yeah. So I'm going to read the books of that Bible right now, starting with Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Temporal Eternal Savior, Cubicle Monkey, Plinko Nick Price, Executive Producer Dig Duggy, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Clambro Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, congratulations on your marriage, Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Princess Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Karen Landon, Pinball Archmaze, Chris Edler, I'm sorry you couldn't be on this episode, Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first-time caller, Drink Smith, Joey Webster, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Barbecue Baron Andrew Rowland, General Kenobi Massacre, and Sick Jake, we're sorry you fell for the marketing. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And
Those are some good people on that list.
Very
And we got one new one. Welcome back, Zeus Laser.
Zeus
Welcome
is
back.
loose. Your
Oh.
dreams were your ticket out.
There
Our
you
theme
go.
song for this episode is Mess by Anna Monoguchi. And any other songs that I might use will be linked If they're not video game music, those will be linked in the show notes. So how you guys want to close this one out?
Our favorite Vegas personality.
Tom Jones.
It's a personal thing.
Okay, I got it. So until next time. Tropical Capricorn. I gave Dave COVID.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
you're fucked.
Chris Rock.
Okay, that's fair. That's what he's famous for.
Yep.
And nothing
To
else.
me, he is.
I prefer syrup.
Yes.
So as you guys are walking out, you see Link turns toward the gambling.
It's still P3, Link.
P3, you sure?
It's P3.
So we're going to go with?
It's
Okay.
P3. Right?
Yeah, I
It's
mean-
P3.
P3.
Not to interrupt your gambling.
No, I just wanted to make sure before I go because I could talk you guys up at the tables. So
Oh,
P3.
nice.
Yeah, these people may want to come to Kentucky and see us one day. They might want to come to. They might want to leave
they can fly
Las
in.
Vegas.
There's an airport in Paducah. They can fly right in.
That is true.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to make about 4 stops before they get there.
Jeff Foxworthy did it.
Depends on your definition of right in. But yes, they can make it here.
They just go to Chicago first and then can go to Paducah.
That's not
the
so
only
bad.
place.
That's not so bad.